Good evening and welcome to quarterfinal football here on the Neville Tiger Network. I'm Stewart Shelby. I'll be joined by Neville head football coach Mickey McCarty filling in for Robert Lane this year. What did I say? Current? Former Neville head coach and former Neville principal Mickey McCarty. Apologize for that. Jason Ewing will join us for our Marion State sideline reports, but we are in pregame. The Tigers will host the Barbe Buccaneers up from Lake Charles in this quarterfinal matchup. We'll talk a little bit more about that matchup later on here in the Jim Taylor pregame show. But first, we got caught up with current Neville head football coach Mike Collins this Wednesday on Tiger Talk, and here's that interview. But Thanksgiving edition. Going to cut it just a little bit short here as everybody's trying to get back to their families, but we aren't going to cut short our great sponsors we have here on Tiger Talk, as the third quarter is normally sponsored by our good friends over there at Warrior Media Group, Jeff Guerrero and his crew. You've got 92.3 The Ranch. You can hear us live right now on Sunday 98.3, as well as on Friday nights. You got 103 Rocks and the Soul of the City, Magic 106.1. And also our good friend Joey Trappe and his team over there at Fieldhouse and Traps Restaurant. Yeah, Traps across the river in West Monroe, Fieldhouse. They're on 165. They did.
That's right.
And it's due heavily to the play of a talented running back, number 10, that's, I believe, Griffin, and a couple of juniors. It's a junior running back and a junior quarterback, number 3.
Right. Yeah, and the thing about them as a team, period, is the fact that he didn't play in those early games.
He was playing a little baseball.
He's a baseball player, and he's a pro prospect. Is on top of that,
committed to LSU.
That's right, committed to LSU in baseball, and so he's playing all over the country. Well, he doesn't get there in time to go through August. He's still playing baseball in August, and by the time they get ready to play their first game, he's playing some receiver. Doesn't really know everything, and of course they've been doing the same thing we were doing, working out this summer, and trying to install things and. And I'm sure that that had a lot to do with him not playing early. Then on top of that, they played some really, really good teams early, and they, had leads in the fourth quarter and didn't finish the ball game. And since he has been plugged in the offense as of late, that's made them go. The quarterback was the quarterback, and the other running back is a good running back. He's not like Griffin, and so. In turn, now it's a dual threat deal, where you've got the tailback and you got the quarterback. And anytime the quarterback can run, that you got to get an extra hat in there some kind of way. And, and he's been very, very explosive. He was, I don't know exactly how many yards he had.
He had 243 versus West Monroe.
Yeah.
He had a couple hundred the game before
I'm talking
that.
about the quarterback.
I'm sorry about the quarterback. The quarterback had about 100 yards rushing, I believe. And
he had every bit of it.
And threw for about 150, I believe.
Yeah, and the thing about it was, you look at it, West Monroe had them in third down situation 16 times, and 3rd and 1 to 6 was 6 plays. So they had 10 plays of 3rd and 9 plus, and he converted about 6 of them himself. The quarterback did. And then running back converted 2 of those. I mean, 3rd and 9 plus. You think you got somebody
pinned back,
pinned down, and sure enough, they were able to get out of it. So, again, it's not that, it was just a total collapse on, some of those plays by, the way they were able to escape, both of them, both the escapability of the quarterback and the escapability of the back to get out of there and get a first down.
Yeah.
So
400 yards on the ground, a little over 400 yards on the ground against West Monroe is a lot. It's a lot against anybody.
It is.
But especially there coming up on the road. This team has been on the road they go to Northwood, Shreveport. Right. They beat Northwood. They go to West Monroe. West Monroe spots them 21 points. And we keep talking about the offense, but this has been an opportunistic defense that's grown over the year. The last couple of games, they've forced, I think, 3 turnovers apiece in their first 2 playoff games.
That's been their key. Early, their Achilles heel, they were scoring points even before Griffin got in there at tailback. They were scoring points, and I'm talking about by the bunches, 40 and 50 and, kind
of Shreveport-type scores.
Yeah. And so, in turn, it wasn't the fact that they couldn't score the football. It was the fact that, now I think they're able to help their defense out because they are so efficient running the football with both of those 2 guys. And, they got all the quarterback runs with the quarterback and along with, the power read with the quarterback and tailback combination. And, so they're very dangerous in a lot of different ways, So, if they're able to run the football, then they can do anything to you. They can throw it when they want to and not when they have to. And so that's, we got to try to make them one-dimensional. And so we'll see how that goes.
Well, I don't know if we efforted. We've got a few of the highlights. Just to give you an idea, this was courtesy of K&OE, our good friend Aaron Dietrich right here. And here's Griffin.
Here he goes right here, And I think the one thing you have to do is you got to play with great leverage. You got to have an edge on the defense, and you got to play with great leverage, as a defensive football team. And, if you don't, then those kind of things happen to you. Here he is right here. He's going to escape. Look at him. He's going to turn around. He's going to do about 6 circles, and then he's going to go out there, and he's going to turn this into a third down, and it was 3rd and 16, and he got a first down right here.
Yeah, you see the sticks go by.
Yeah, so, again, he had the capability of turning a bad play into a good play for them, and it's just because his ability to scramble. There's the pick right off the bat. I mean, and made it tough, for the other team.
It definitely did, and, Barbe's a team that, if you get some points, they steal some possessions right there. It's a hard team to come back on because their offense is so potent.
Well, and and then they're going to run the football, so that's going to eat the clock up too at the same time. And anytime you can run it, just like here, he's bounces out of there, and they should have had him tackled for a loss, and he's able to bounce around there and bounce out of there and make a play. So. That's a big receiver there from West Monroe, Trez,
that got that. But you talk about a team like Barbe, and we say, don't focus on the 26th seed here.
No,
this
definitely
is
don't, because
a
they
different
got that,
football team.
They got that because of, and look, their early schedule. I mean, there's a lot of teams probably been 1-5 after they had the schedule that those guys had. They got beat by Southside, who's playing Ruston. They got beat by Acadiana. Yeah, they got beat by.
Was it Notre Dame? Maybe
Notre Dame Crowley, who's still in the playoffs and who's a well-coached, very good football team. And so, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are going to get beat by those people.
Yeah,
and yet they had the fourth quarter lead in 3 of those games that we just named. So,
exactly, and they didn't have.
I know, and they didn't have. And he wasn't playing tailback at that time.
Exactly. So this is something that the Tigers have played the Bucks, I believe, 5 times. Barbe actually, historically has a 3-2 lead over Neville. I don't know if you knew.
I didn't know that.
The last time we played Barbe was in '96. That was actually my brother's senior year. It was a 35-33 loss to Barbe right there, but we've met them a couple of times in the 80s. I believe 86, they beat us in overtime. We won it in 83 on our way to a state championship right there. So, and a couple of times earlier than that. But, but recently we haven't.
Yeah, we
haven't played them in football. Played them a couple of times in baseball.
That's right.
But in football we haven't. And it's just kind of a deal where, fan support's going to be huge.
Yeah,
it was
paramount.
Great last Friday night.
It's awesome. It's been tremendous, and can't be more pleased. Our players talk about it, and so when they recognize it during the course of a game, and you talk about it on Sunday, and you hear them talking about it, and you talk about the excitement that's been created with, the horns and the noise. And, I ran out there to the official. I had to run all the way down to Dadgum Field to get the official's attention. He said, "Coach, I can't hear you. You just going to have to run down there to the
Maybe
side judge."
Maybe you could get one of those horns and put it in your pocket.
I'm going to have to.
It
looks like. And
right
he
there.
goes, I've never had a game this loud. And I said, well, we're going to try to keep it that way, And so that's exciting to our players, and and I appreciate our fan support. But our students are down in the end zone and doing a great job there. And I mean, and the video board's been tremendous. I don't recognize it. I mean, it's
the total atmosphere.
I've had so many people comment on it though, and it's been another thing that's added to the excitement of our ball games. And so, but nothing more exciting than playing at home on Thanksgiving and in front of your home crowd and the people that are here, just like the pep rally, are true Neville Tigers.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be a great night this Friday night. Bill Ruple Stadium, Barbe Bucks making their third straight trip to North Louisiana, and they'll face your Neville Tigers for a chance to get to the semifinal round once again.
Here we go.
All right, we got to get this one this Friday night. That's where all the focus is.
That's it.
On the Barbe Buccaneers. All right, Coach. Well, look, we appreciate it. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And
here's our players of the week right here.
Oh, yeah,
two
I
of
forgot
them.
about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Origin Bank players of the week, Jarvis Blackston and Jacoby Collins. The one not pictured is Connor Mason, and Connor's the one that blocked the field goal.
Yeah.
Jacoby had 13 tackles and I think 3 sacks along with it, and Jarvis obviously rushed for over 100 yards. And, he's just been tremendous for us. And then we got the old ball coach there in the middle.
Yeah. We'll have Coach McCarty on the call this
Yeah,
Friday.
He was sitting in for the Origin Bank crew this week, and so it was really good to see him again. He comes every week and gets in the picture with our guys, and so that's good stuff.
Well, we look forward to him joining the broadcast, for the full broadcast this week, helping us out with Robert being out of town with family. Well, look, Coach, once again, good luck this Friday night. We look forward to it, and always can't wait to see you next week.
Yeah, here we go. Hopefully we can do it again.
All right. For Coach Collins and everybody, we had Max and Dante, Will Anders here with us. Justin back in the Sunday 98.3 studios, and everybody that came out to join us here on Tiger Talk. And I'm not forgetting the crew here at Melvin. They treat everybody right every week. So we appreciate all of them. I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night and have a happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you Friday night when we kick things off at 6:30. Hope you enjoyed that interview with Neville head football coach Mike Collins. Folks, we are in the Jim Taylor pregame show. Barbe versus Neville coming up. We'll be back in 4 minutes with keys to the game and a little fun stuff here in the pregame show. So stick around for that.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbanknela.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Nela Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
Hi, I'm Christian Creed with Creed & Creed. Whether it's on the field or in the courtroom, you deserve a team that won't back down. So if you've been injured in an accident, make the right call to your local legal team at Creed & Creed and let us help you win today. Let's go Tigers, and remember, home field advantage matters. Call Creed & Creed today. Proudly serving our great community for over 30 years. We are your local injury attorneys.
Everyone deserves a beautiful smile, and at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics, we're here to help you achieve just that. Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson have over 50 years of combined education and experience and use advanced modern technology to provide high-quality care for all of our patients. We prioritize outstanding customer service and work hard to make every patient feel comfortable and confident in their treatment. Whether you're a child, a teenager, or an adult, we've got you covered. So why wait? Call us today to schedule your appointment and start your journey towards a beautiful, confident smile with Caples and Robinson Orthodontics.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
Catherine Joyce, Neville High School class of 1998, Sparks customer. Go Tigers!
Amaya Dawson, Neville High School class of 2019, owner of a Nissan Sentra from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Will Shelby, class of 97, Sparks GM, Titan driver. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
As a behavioral health practice serving communities across Louisiana, our goal at Family Solutions is to empower people with the tools and support they need to thrive. We provide counseling, psychological testing, medication management, physical, occupational, speech, and ABA therapies. Whatever the need, we'll stand beside you celebrating every success. And just as you cheer for your Neville Tigers, our team at Family Solutions will always be cheering for you. Go Tigers!
When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds, from local classrooms to high school athletics, and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Taylor pregame show. We're live in the Family Solutions broadcast booth high atop Bill Ruple's House of Football here on the campus at Neville High School. We're getting ready for this quarterfinal match versus the upstart Barbe Buccaneers and your Neville Tigers. And I'd like to, as we get prepared for this, I'd like to welcome former Neville head football coach Mickey McCarty into the booth. He's been with us on the back end of some games, but he's got the full ride here today. We appreciate you being able to fill in for Robert, who's on Thanksgiving vacation.
Yeah, he's Robert's with his family. Wish them well and happy Thanksgiving over in Alabama, I believe. But yeah,
Georgia.
Oh, Georgia. Okay,
yeah, there we go.
Somewhere that way.
Somewhere.
No, great to be here. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours and everyone else out there listening in Neville Nation. And, hey, I'm excited to be a part of this one. This is going to be, I think, a good football game, very competitive game, and looking forward to seeing this action tonight against a team we haven't played in a number of years.
In fact, you were on the sidelines the last time we did play them in '96.
Well, I was on staff.
You're on staff.
Yeah,
you're on
Next
staff.
time, actually, under Joe Coach's tutelage, and Coach had me. I believe in Coach Allen Wise on the road that night, scouting, hoped to be our next opponent. But Barbe got the best of us that night down there in Lake Charles and ended our season, I believe, in a second-round football game that year.
35-33, I believe that. And if you look at the all-time record, Barbe leads the series 3-2. The Tigers victorious in '89, 14-7 in the regionals, and then Barbe in overtime beat the Tigers in '86 in the regionals. In '83, Neville went down or took care of Barbe 26-7 in the quarters on their way to winning a state championship that year. And in '78, Barbe beat them in the bi-district, beat the Tigers 21-0. So Neville is trying to even up the all-time series, I guess you could say, here this evening. But it's been an upstart Barbe team, a 26 seed in this, the lowest seed remaining in the playoffs right here. If you look through, you can see why. Barbe had a rough start to the season. They started 1-5. They had losses to Airline, Lake Charles College Prep. They beat Northwest. Karen Crow beat them 63-42. Southside and Acadiana, both powers down there in the Lafayette area. But then they got hot, and I think it was behind a running back named Jordan Griffin. It's when he got done with baseball, he started getting his stride, and they've rattled off 6 straight wins coming into this one. They got wins over New Iberia, Lafayette, Sulphur, Sam Houston, and then Northwood in the playoffs, West Monroe last week in the playoffs, what a lot of people didn't see coming. And now they're here on their 3rd straight trip to North Louisiana as they enter these playoffs on the road. Tigers coming in with that 8-3 record. The Tigers winners of 4 straight since that come from behind victory by Ruston a few weeks ago. Well, Coach, you know, when we talked about that Jordan Griffin, you got a good look at some of these Barbe Buccaneers down there on the field earlier. Yeah. What was your initial impression?
Well, I want to go back real quick to their year so far. Stuart, you know, as a coach, I've been a part of that. A year like that back in 2010, our football team started at, I believe we were 1-5 after our 6th game of the year. And then we caught fire. And their team has done that, which is impressive. You keep that team together. And they've been riding the wave of momentum, obviously. And you mentioned an outstanding back and player in Jordan Griffin, and he's electric. After watching some film this week on him and see him play against West Monroe, we know the type team West Monroe has, very well coached, hard-nosed football team. And, you know, that guy's he's outstanding. He's electric. And reminds me a lot of a player we had here just a few short years ago in A.J. Allen, which is, a player that plays with explosion and speed. He can score from anywhere on the field. So he's very dangerous, not to mention a quarterback who's an outstanding dual threat.
And here come the Tigers.
Well, that got us coming through the mic there on the PA guy here. I'm going to go do that. Talk a little bit more about these Barbe Bucks, Coach, what you've seen on tape and doing your research this week.
All right. Barbe comes in really, like I said, riding a wave of momentum. They come in with a dual threat quarterback who has about 3,500 all-purpose yards on the year. Not only can he run, but has also thrown the ball well and find some talented wide receivers at times to make some explosive plays. Very impressively, Barbe is averaging over 50 points per game throughout the year. So obviously they know how to put up points. They've done an excellent job. They're a well-coached football team. Defensively, they stay well within their scheme. Their kids play extremely hard. And obviously they're playing with a great deal of momentum and confidence to come back up here, as you mentioned, for another trip back to Monroe. So we're looking forward to their contact for this context here. We're going to stop and pause while the PA in the stadium has a moment of silence real quick.
We're going to take a quick 1-minute break, and we'll be back for the coin flip. Stay with us here on the Neville.
All right, Mr. Mayor, we are done.
Thank you, Doc.
Yes, sir. Miss Gwen's going to get you all seated and ready to roll. Nothing to eat or drink for 3 to 4 hours.
Come on, Doc. I was hoping to get myself some po' boys and tamales.
No, Mr. Mayor, you can't do that. But if you could, where would you go?
We gotta go see Chris Lewis at Coney Island Connection.
Stop by Coney Island Connection, where you get more than just a chili cheeseburger and a chili cheese dog. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. Right here at Coney Island Connection.
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you. Like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at JimTaylorBuickGMC.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
All right, here's the national anthem performed by your Neville Tiger Marching Band. And we're close to kickoff here from Bill Ruple Stadium. Barbe and Neville, we appreciate you tuning in on the Neville Tiger Network and listening in on Sunny 98.3. Captains for tonight's game for the Tigers: number 18, Max Carter, and number 40, Dante Matthews. For the Barbe Bucks, looks like number 2, Landon Kirkland. Number 55, Travis Miller.
Number 8, I believe.
Yeah, number 8, Eli Simon. So we'll toss it down to our Marion State Bank sideline reporter, Jason Ewing, for the coin toss.
This contest is being officiated by the South Louisiana Football Officials Association. Your officials for this evening's contest are referee Silas Phipps Jr., umpire Gerald Hebert.
Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to week 13 of the season, right? You are just 2 games away from playing on either Thursday, Friday, or Saturday in New Orleans. Welcome. My expectation is that you will be the leaders on the field and that you will leave it all on the field tonight. Everybody's tracking. We're good, guys? All right, we'll toss the coin. All right, it's my understanding that you all are the visitors. This is heads. This is heads. This is tails. This is tails. All right, we're going to toss that coin. All right, Neville has won the toss, and you all are deferring, correct? You're going to take the ball, correct?
Neville won the toss and has deferred to the second half.
All right, we got that, Coach. I know you've got keys to victory here for the Tigers. Why don't you give us a few?
Well, a few things to look at tonight. First of all, obviously being a playoff game, there's finality to this. There's a team tonight that will end their season, and the team that really minimizes mistakes. These are high school kids. Are going to make some, but we need to minimize them. Those are penalties, turnovers, and be sure you're playing your assignment well, obviously. Team defense tonight is critical with this guys and their team speed. And I think playing from the backside of the defense in pursuit is really huge tonight, and to take good angles doing so. And our offense needs to play good defense, so to speak. Keep their explosive offense on the sideline as much as possible. Rest our defense, and most importantly, complete drives with some points. And then we need to win the kicking game. As every important game goes, we got to get those low-hanging fruit points, the extra point, short field goals. We need to punt well and cover well in all aspects. And lastly, really handle adversity.
Yep.
If and when adversity strikes, handle it, flush it, so to speak, put it behind you, move forward, and handle that like you've been coached and trained to do. And I think our kids can do that tonight. But I think those are real important things before the ball gets kicked off tonight.
Well, it's going to happen. This Barbe defense has been an opportunistic defense. We'll talk about that after I talk about Sleepy Hollow Furniture, our first half sponsored corner of 9th and Louisville in Monroe. Home, mattress, or patio, they've got you covered. And also our first quarter sponsored by our good friends over there at Cartown. Cartown at the base of the Louisville Bridge, and there's the kick. Sorrell's kick is going to be returnable from the 5. The return man for Barbe's got a decent little return before he's brought down as he crosses the 25 to the 26, and that's where Jalandon Gray and company will take over on the first drive of the evening.
Well, we got our first look there at number 10, and Jordan Griffin, the outstanding back. He's back deep on their kickoff return, and you can see his explosiveness right away. Kid can change directions, put his foot in the ground, and get north and south. But a great job there, I thought, by our cover team, and here we go.
Griffin averaging over 200 yards a game over the last 6, 15.5 yards per carry, and he is directly behind Jalandon Gray. They're going to turn, they're going to hand it to Griffin, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. Loss on the first play of the game. That Tiger defense standing tall early.
You love to see that. I know all week our kids have heard from not only our coaches, but the kids' families, their classmates, their peers. Like it or not, they're on social media reading all the stuff and seeing all the things. So I know they're keyed up. Our defense is to take on this challenge tonight.
Tigers running with a 4-man front. We'll get to those starters here in just a second. A motion, Griffin out of the backfield. They're going to throw a quick hitch, and it's dropped. Throw is a little bit high, but it was intended for Sawyer Kuipers. And the pass falls incomplete. It's going to make it 3rd down and 12 for the Bucks.
Yeah, good job by our defense there. You know, one of the things I noticed on the field earlier, Stewart, Barbe's offensive line is they're not overly big.
Yeah.
Their tackles are rangy, but none of them are real heavy. I think they're a good matchup for us in the box. Our defensive line, I think, is going to have a good night tonight.
You know, this Jalandon Gray, he runs it a lot, but he also can throw the football. He's been successful doing that.
I think it was 3 for 3 on the year with a touchdown.
Gray with the shovel pass. They get it to Griffin. The ball comes out, and the Tigers have pounced on it, and they say, no, he's going to be down. They're going to be down. So Gray comes up a little hobbly. He looks – the Tigers had him around the ankle. You'll see it here on the Creed and Creed replay. And a nice job there from, Jacoby Collins, who has
what a great play.
Played his lights-out football at that linebacker position for most of the season.
Yeah, player of the week last week for our team. And right there showed me a lot that he tackled Jordan Griffin there in some space, did a nice job. He did roll up on their tailback there. Tailback did limp off the field.
All right, I think this is Sanford to kick it away. Ajalani standing a high punt from Sanford. Ajalani calls for a fair catch and makes it at the 40-yard line. So the Tiger defense forces a 3-and-out, and the Tiger offense has decent field position to start their first drive of the evening.
And something to watch throughout this game is Griffin was injured during the West Monroe match last week and was in a boot all week at school, or not at school, but during the Thanksgiving break.
Something to keep an eye on right there. All right.
Well, great opening series there by our defense, Stewart. That was great to see. 3-and-out right there and to get our ball to our offense.
Parker Robinson and crew. Parker goes play action, taking a shot at the end. He's got a man open, and that's Sledge, and he drops it. Sledge getting his first work since that injury, and he couldn't come up with it. That was a touchdown if he comes up with it. Ball's a little bit behind him, but one that number 4 normally makes.
Yeah, well, I tell you, it reminds me back, I believe it was the Ruston game. Similarly, early in the game, Sledge dropped the ball early, but came back and had a great night the rest of the night. Hopefully that plays out there again.
Now they're going to hand it to J-Rob, who's trying to find a little running room and doesn't find much. He's got a yard on second down. It's going to make it 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers.
I love the first down play call there, though, to start the game. Take a shot. Your defense just played great. Let's see if we could take the shot. But now it's 3rd and long for us.
No flag as a hard count caused that Barbe front to jump a little bit. Didn't get across the line. Roberson in the backfield to the right of Parker Robinson. So there's a snap. They're going to throw the quick hitch, and they've got Mason Hart into Barbe Buccaneer territory. That'll move the chains for the Tigers. The first Sonic drive in on North 18th Street, first down of the night.
Yeah, really good job getting our tight end involved early, right in the middle of that defense. Big 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 from the Tigers. The ball is at the Barbe 41. They hand it to Roberson again, and he breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage before he's corralled at the 37-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4 on 1st down. 2nd down and 6 now for Neville. Parker puts Zaylen Young in motion. He resets. Good to see Sledge back out there.
Yes,
you got Schnett on the top side as your receiver. J-Rob still the back. They're going to hand it to J-Rob again, and he's forward. He should be close to the 1st down. Needed to get to the 31-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy. It's going to bring up 3rd and short for the Tigers.
Yeah, good 2nd down run right there. Barbe structures their defense have a 3-man front, and so it's an odd front in there. And the linebackers are 2 good players. The leading tackle is number 44. He was in on that tackle right there.
Yeah, Armstrong. I believe he's the son of the new McNeese basketball coach, they tell me.
He's a good football player.
3rd and 1. They're going to throw out of it, and they've got J-Rob complete, and he's out of bounds on the near sideline. That'll move the chains again for the Tigers down to the 23-yard line of Barbe. Another Sonic drive-in, 1st down.
Yeah, good-looking first drive going right here for the Tigers. We just need to cash it in now, getting down inside the 25-yard line. Got to come out of here with points.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Now the Barbe Buccaneers go a little early. That's going to be a 5-yard step off, and the Tigers have entered into the J. Papa's red zone for the first time tonight.
So I think much like Barbe's offense, their defense gets a little creative too. Right there, I think they wound up putting 5 hands on the ground before the ball was snapped. So trying to confuse our offensive linemen a little bit.
Time pressure from the backside is going to thwart that play. No gain. Actually, maybe the Tigers will lose a yard as they hand it off to Roberson. Back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Tigers. First offensive drive, 7:28 remaining here in the Cartown first quarter. Tigers trying to find some points here. Empty backfield, and Parker Robinson's going to call his own number, and he's back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Bucs weren't fooled on that one. That was a designed quarterback run.
Yes, it was. We haven't seen a lot of those out of the Tigers this year, and so just a look, I think they're trying to show they will run our quarterback. So here we go with another 3rd down here, and an important one early in this football game.
3rd down and 6. Ball just inside the Barbe 20. There's a snap. Robinson looking to throw. They're going to swing it out to J-Rob. He's going to be out of bounds at the 5-yard line as the Tigers will move the chains and set up a 1st and goal from the Barbe 5.
Really good poise right there out of Parker, our quarterback, Parker Robinson. It didn't develop downfield. We tried to run a little wheel route down here. Didn't quite develop like he wanted, and found his check down and did a nice job right there.
Tigers come to the line. There's the snap. They're going to hand it to Blackston, and the Buccaneers are ready for that. They're going to say he lost about 3 on that play. That was I don't know. Let's see here on the Creed and Creed replay as he got hit in the backfield, and he was forward. Yep, back to about the 7 is where they spot this football. So 2nd and goal from the 7.
Yeah, they played that well. One thing I noticed, their linebacker, Stewart, play at depth about 6 yards, 6 even, sometimes 6.5, but really aggressive to the line of scrimmage, and they move well at that 2nd level.
Blackston spins out of a tackle, and he's barreling towards the end zone, and he's made it in. Touchdown, Tigers. They strike first here tonight. That Chris Lewis, Coney Island Connection touchdown.
Just another good, tough run out of number 22, Jalen Blackston. He has done it all year for us, and especially love to see it down in the red zone. It's a great job finishing that drive by the Neville offense.
All right. Yerger set to kick the point after. Alvernia to hold, Shelby to snap. There's the snap, the hold, the kick is good. And the Tigers take a 7-0 lead, 5:59 remaining in the Cartown first quarter. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football. Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers. The NetTech Managed IT Services scoring drive summary, 11 plays, 60 yards, took 4 minutes, 20 seconds off the clock. Jarvis Blackston with a 7-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good, and it's 7-0 Tigers as they set to kick it off back to the Bucs. Impressive drive from the Tigers, getting what they wanted out of there and getting some points.
Well, you couldn't start any better. You know, he had a 3-and-out by the defense. Good field position the offense starts with and goes down, and good combination run pass and cash that drive in for a touchdown. Great job.
Sorrell puts a leg into this one, and it's going to get into the end zone for a touchback. And Barbe will take over on the 20-yard line. Let's get to that Neville defense's starting lineup here as we have a little time on the changeover. Jalen Watkins, Malik Grayson, Kiki Harris, Jordan Fobbs-White. The front four, Dante Matthews, Jacoby Collins are your linebackers. Juju Burns, Jaden Reed, Max Carter, your safeties. And then the rest of the defensive backs, Stephen Hanlon, Caden Jones, and the freshman, Dan Evans. All right, back out comes Jalandon Gray, and I believe that's Griffin.
Yeah, it is Griffin
behind him. They're going to motion. That's Kuipers around the formation. They're going to hand it to Griffin, and once again, the Tigers have him wrapped up in the backfield. A loss of, it looks like about 3 on first down. It's going to bring up second down and 13. That was Watkins, the first man in there.
Okay. Great job. Our defensive line, you can tell, they're playing with a little chip on their shoulder tonight. They have accepted this challenge, playing this Barbe offense, and, man, they are keyed up and playing great football right now.
We haven't seen Gray run the football. I mean, he's got 1,400 yards on the ground. He motions Griffin and splits him out wide to the right side. Gray looking. He can run the football. There's a flag. It might be a hold as Gray slips out of the pressure and runs up the near sideline. He'll be out of bounds at the 33, but I believe this one's coming back with a hold.
Yeah, it looked like a holding call right here. But I tell you, that shows Gray, the quarterback's ability to elude pressure and get downfield on you in a hurry. And watching some film this week, he has done this over and over against everybody they've played, really. And had that holding penalty not occurred, that would have been a first down.
Yep, a hold against against the Bucks. They'll back them up 10 yards, and that was, see where they spot the football, back it around the 8-yard line. They got to get to the 30. So my quick math makes that second down and 22.
I think you're about right.
Yeah, there we go. All right. Jalandon Gray. They're going to throw quick out of it. They've got Kuipers. He's looking for some running room, and he breaks a tackle and finally brought down by the Neville secondary at around the 22-yard line. So a nice gain. They get the penalty yardage back and make it a third and a little bit more manageable. Third down and 8 coming up for the Bucks.
Yeah, Kuiper's a good looking wide receiver. He's about 6 foot, 200 pounds, and he's been a big playmaker for him this year. Again, here our defense has them third and long, back up in our own territory here.
Yep.
So
Vuvuzelas are out in force again, and a great crowd here on a chilly night at Bill Ruple Stadium. Griffin remains in the backfield. They split 4 wide. Now a timeout comes from Coach Skeet Owens on that far sideline. So we'll take 1-2, 4:18 remaining here in the first quarter. Neville 7, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
For 20 years, I've treated the local community, as well as young to professional athletes, keeping them healthy and on the field. If you've ever thought about seeing a chiropractor, or had neck pain, low back pain, or headaches, call Shell Chiropractic. See if me and my team can help you.
I'm Dr. Bud Woodrow, and here at Shell Chiropractic, we offer non-invasive spinal decompression. If you or a loved one suffer from bulging, herniated discs, spinal stenosis, or even sciatic symptoms, I encourage you to give our office a call here at Shell Chiropractic.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth here at Bill Ruple Stadium, the campus of Neville High School. Barbe Bucks coming off with their first timeout of the evening. They're trying to get their first down of the ball game. They're facing a 3rd and 8. Gray puts a man in motion. He's back to pass, looking. The pressure starts collapsing the pocket, and he escapes. Jaden Reed's out there, and they've got a hand on him, and Jacoby Collins is going to finish him off at around the 20-yard line. Loss of 2 on 3rd down, and the punt team will trot back out there for the Bucks.
Great job by Jaden Reed. One of the things I wanted to see tonight is our speed on defense versus the speed of their ball carriers. You have to take great angles. If you notice there, Jaden took a great angle to cut off the quarterback as he flushed out of the pocket. Another great job by our entire defense.
Folks, our replays are been sponsored all year by our good friend Christian Creed and Christian Catherine, the Creed and Creed team celebrating 30 years of fighting for injured clients. All right, here is Aiden Sanford. High punt, angling towards the Barbe sideline, and man, what a bounce it took.
Wow.
Ajalani was over there, and it looked like it was angling towards the sideline, and it bounced straight down that Barbe sideline, and a huge punt to flip the field for Barbe as they're going to down it at the Neville 22-yard line. I mean, that's a 60-yard punt, dang near.
Yeah,
58.
That ball rolled over 20 yards right there.
Yeah.
That's like a bunt down the third base line, just hugged the line. Angelani got over there and just made a last-minute decision not to try to field that ball on the sideline. But it's got a Tiger offense backed up. Let's see if we can handle the long field.
Blackston, the running back for the Tigers. They've got trip receivers to the near side. They're going to turn and hand it to Jalen. He doesn't have much room in the middle of the field. He's still on his feet. They're pushing him forward. Now they're going to blow the whistle. He's going to have a gain of about a yard, and that's it. 2nd down and 9 upcoming for Neville.
Yeah, Barbe, defensively, Stewart's, they're really athletic.
Yep.
They're rangy kids that really across the line of scrimmage. Defensive ends are rangy. Small at the nose position. The kid doesn't weigh much, but he's very quick.
He's listed as a linebacker. Jaden Jobert. Robinson back to pass. He's got it complete. That's Sledge, and he's got the first down. He's knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. That'll move the chains. Another Sonic drive in on North 18th Street, first down.
Yeah, great job. Love to see that going back to Sledge right there. He catches the ball nicely with his hands after dropping one earlier. Great job there. Another big first down.
2:37 remains in the Cartown first quarter of play. The Barbe Bucks jump again. That's going to be their second defensive penalty of the night. Third, I believe, total, as they had that hold in the offensive side.
As one of their linebackers, and they've done this a lot so far, walking their linebackers, at least one of them, up at the line of scrimmage. Again, trying sometimes to confuse the offensive lineman blocking assignments. Others just trying to shoot a gap and penetrate and blow up a player, rush the quarterback.
First down and 5 now as the ball is moved to the 38-yard line. They're going to go play action. Trying down the field, and a nice play by one of the Barbe defensive backs. Desi Bird was the intended receiver, and I believe that might have been number
12.
Number 12, yeah, Derek Tillman.
Yeah, he's one of their most productive defensive backs. Really good play right there, coming down from his safety position, knocking that ball down. He's a good football player. I noticed him on film a good bit.
All right, 2nd down and 5. Tigers from the far hash. They're moving from north to south. That's from Forsyth to Hilton Street. If you're listening on Sunday 98.3, Robinson's looking downfield, and he's got Sledge again, complete out of bounds at the 50-yard line. Another Sonic drive-in first down for the Tigers.
One of the things the first play of the football game gave to us was we went deep first play.
Yeah.
It puts that in the minds of that corner over there that he's got to watch Sledge running by him. So he's giving him a little bit of cushion, and we're taking advantage of that underneath throw.
Parker Robinson, once again, has it complete as he's got Bird for a short gain out to the 47-yard line. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 for the Tigers. Tigers moving quick. If we have some time, we'll try to get to that offensive starting lineup for Neville here in just a second.
That play doesn't look like a whole lot. It's 3-yard gain, but what I love about it is Desi Bird caught the ball very well. Last week he had a little trouble reeling some balls in. Great job right there on first down, picking up a few yards. Give him a little confidence, I think, as the night goes.
Parker calls for the football. Once again, play action going out, and a nice Throw and catch. It's Ahmad Sledge, and he's out of bounds. And Sledge, after, you brought up that game where he dropped the first ball, and then he's caught everything near him since then. And you talk about the space that they're giving number 4. Tigers are going to take that yardage all day long.
100%, and good job by the coaches calling those things, and Parker recognizing it. So good job. Sticks are moving. Here we go, first down.
Barbe, 32-yard line is where they place the football. Tigers on their second offensive possession of the Cartown first quarter. Barbe switching up their defense. Nice job by Blackson of picking up the blitz. Robinson's going to throw it away, and then he's hit as he goes out of bounds. Wasn't late. It was right on the edge, but he smartly throws it away and avoids the loss, and that's going to stop the clock with 1:07 remaining here in the first quarter.
Good job throwing the ball away, but what I want Parker to do even more is protect himself as he throws it away. But, hey, good job getting rid of it. Live to play another down, 2nd and 10.
There's the snap. They're going to hand it. No. Parker's going to run it. He's got a little running room, and he lowers his shoulder at around the 25-yard line. A nice gain there on 2nd down. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and short. Let's call it 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers.
I've got to watch the replay. I'm not sure if that was a design draw play or not, but he was pretty decisive about it, and Blackson was a lead blocker.
Through it.
Yeah.
3rd and 3 for the Tigers. They try to pick up another first down. They're going to hand it to Blackson. He's got the first down and a little bit more before he's wrapped up at the 20. And they're going to briefly stop the clock to move the chains, and the Tigers will see if they try and get another playoff here before time expires here in the Cartown first quarter. I think they will. They look to the sideline. Well, they might not. 8 seconds.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to run it out. Good job by Blackson there. Another good case where he has yards after contact to pick up the first down.
All right, folks, we've played 1 quarter of play. Cartown first quarter comes to a close. Neville 7, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 1 minute with more Neville Tiger football.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
At the Tarver Braddock Foundation, we're focusing on showing people that every act of kindness fuels a movement to touch lives in unexpected, meaningful ways. Your gift allows the Tarver Braddock Foundation to continue turning loss into love, one act at a time.
Thanks to our generous donors, we're able to honor Tarver's spirit by meeting needs wherever they appear through random acts of kindness. To learn more about our mission and consider giving, visit TarverBraddockFoundation.com.
As we come out of break, and on the network side, I was watching that Tarver Braddock Foundation commercial, and what a great event they put on the night before Thanksgiving, Mick. Both you and I were there, and just to see the wonderful things that they're doing in Tarver's memory is so good to see. All right, second quarter sponsor, Shell Chiropractic, Dr. Gigi Grant and Brud Boudreaux, out there on 165 North in Monroe. Robinson looking to pass. He's got a man and just a little too high for Roberson as they slipped him out of the backfield. That's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. But let's see. As I'm getting through everything. There we go, Shell Chiropractic. They're tackling that second quarter. They're here to keep you in peak condition on and off the field. Thanks, guys. All right, 2nd down and 10. There's a snap. Parker, quick throw. He's got Zaylen Young, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Zaylen Young. He might get a free chili dog from Chris Lewis and the Coney Island Connection.
Well, he earned it after that. Really good job catching a hitch route right there, which is a short stop route, and making a very quick move. He's a strong guy, weighs 200 pounds, and anytime you got a kid that big in a smaller corner coming to tackle him, you love seeing that. I know he's been waiting on that. I'm sure saw film and thought he could make a move on those smaller corners, and great job there by the Tigers again.
Here's the extra point by Yerger. Snap's good. The kick is no good. It's a little bit right. All right, 11:49 remaining in the Shell Chiropractic second quarter. Neville 13, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hey, it's Misty Hodge with the Hodge Baruki Group, coming live to you from Bill Ruple Stadium. In real estate, just like in football, you need a winning game plan.
And at the Hodge Baruki Group, we call the plays that get you to the goal line. Buying, selling, or dreaming, let me help you score your home this season. Go Tigers!
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. A good shot. Camo night here on the student section theme here at Bill Ruple Stadium. If you're watching with us on the network. But trust me, you could barely see them, all that camouflage out there. They were well hidden.
They bought into that
well
tonight.
Hidden.
Good night for it.
All right, 11:49 remaining at NetTech Managed IT Services scoring play summary. 11 plays, 78 yards. Took 3 minutes, 25 seconds off the clock. Zaylin Young on the 20-yard catch from Parker Robinson for the touchdown, and Sorrell's kick sails into the north end zone for a touchback, and the Bucks will once again take over on the 20. Barbe, in their first two possessions, 3 and out on both, and see if that Tiger defense can maintain that sort of pressure on this potent Bucks offense.
Yeah, Barbe, they're capable of any time breaking a long run or play, pass, whatever comes. But Barbe now has to handle some adversity. Last week in their game against West Monroe, I think they were out early in the ball game on top, 21-0. Now they find themselves behind, so their kids are going to have to fight through that, and our kids are trying to pour it on. So let's see if our defense can roll.
Averaging close to 55 points a game in the past six games. Young has a pass complete out to the far sideline, but is well defended by the Tigers. That's not going to be a gain of much, if any. Actually, it might have lost a half a yard. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11 for the Bucks.
Really good job rallying to the football right there. Saw Max Carter come down from a safety position. I think Reed was out there as well.
They tried to hit Griffin, back there.
And that's, I don't blame them. Get that kid the ball in space. I mean, that's their game. But a really good job by our defense. Playing great so far.
They got 3 receivers to the near sideline. Gray's rolling out to his right, sidesteps a defender. He's going to be picked off. His pass is picked off by Juju Burns at the 23-yard line. Gray was throwing off balance after the pressure by Malik Grayson, and he was looking for Miles Ledoux here on that near sideline. He didn't get enough on it. Let's check it out on the Creed and Creed replay.
Good job of Juju sifting underneath the receiver out here. And, the great thing I love about that, Juju caught that ball like a receiver. We've been on him a little bit this year. He's dropped a few that he could have caught. So really good job there by Juju Burns with the turnover, setting our offense up in great position.
First turnover of the ball game. The Barbe defense, like we mentioned in the Jim Taylor pregame show, been the beneficiary of 3 turnovers in each of the last 2 playoff games. That's Goins in at quarterback for the Tigers, and he has a quarterback run up to the 25, and they're going to replace him with Parker. He got a gain of 3 out there. It'll be 2nd down and 7 now.
Well, good job there by the young quarterback. We went empty formation there. They had a soft box. Quarterback draw looked like was a play call, which I thought was a good play call here on 1st down. It gives a young quarterback opportunity to play in a meaningful game in the playoffs. Good for future use.
This time, Parker pulls it out of the belly of Jamarian Roberson, and he rumbles forward to the 19. He's going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Tigers here.
Well, I hadn't seen that play all year.
I'm
not sure if that's designed by Coach Hunt and staff this week as a little inside zone reading and interior defensive lineman. Nonetheless,
now they're going to hand it to J-Rob, and he was hit at the 20. He's going to
be short.
Short, and the Tiger offense, I believe, will stay out there as Roberson remains in at running back. Now they're going to replace him with Blackston. So a loss of 1, make it 4th and 2 for the Tigers.
Well, big opportunity here for us to keep a drive going, obviously, but for Barbe to gain any momentum back would be a defensive stop right here.
It definitely would after the turnover. Robinson has it. He's going to throw out of it, and he's got his tight end, Mason Hart. That'll be a sonic drive-in first down to the 10-yard line, but there's a penalty flag.
I think they're going to get us for
procedure. They're going to get us for
procedure.
Okay, well.
I couldn't tell pre-snap. I saw the flag come out right there. False start.
Offense number 4, 5-yard penalty, remaining 4th down.
It might have been one of the receivers might have not have been on the.
They called sledge for, I think, early movement out there, so you can see it.
See here on the replay. Man, that's a
I
quick
don't know.
lean.
Close,
That was a tough one.
That's a tough one.
All right, backed it up to the 25-yard line. The Tiger offense remains on the field. Now they motion Blackston out. Parker looking to throw. He's got it complete. Zaylen Young, nice little stop route there on the far side, on the near sideline rather, and he'll have that sonic drive-in first down to the 13-yard line. The Tigers have entered the J. Papa's red zone.
Really good 4th down pickup. Parker's throwing the ball. He's throwing some dots tonight. Looks really sharp right now.
Quick handoff. This is Blackston, and he rumbles forward. He avoided some early pressure from that Bucks D, but down inside the 10 to the 7. Gain of 6 on first down, 2nd down and 4.
Boy, Blackston, when he hits the line, he is not 7-8 inches off the ground, just running low and hard.
They're going to give it to him again. He's got a room on the left side. The Tigers can get a first down, and I think they've got it. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1 as Blackston says he's in, but the officials disagree. We'll see here on that Creed replay. They were trying to get him across, and I think his butt might have hit the ground before
I think he got a great assist from McNabb right there. He was pulling him into the end zone.
They're going to hand it to him again, and he leaps over the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. The Tigers tackle on 6 more.
Outstanding job finishing the drive right there by our offense. Big 4th down pickup. Get inside the red zone, pick up the first down inside the 5 right there, and nice job cashing that in.
Tigers set up for the extra point try. There's the snap, the kick. The kick is good. 7:59 remaining here in the Shell Chiropractic second quarter. Neville 20, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
At Nuke's, Southern hospitality runs deep. From premium ingredients to bold flavors and big portions, like our strawberry field salad for $9.29. Or try our new steak lineup. It's comfort with character. Nuke's, extra with every.
Taco Bandito. Our cooking and service is speedo at Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth here at Bill Ruple Stadium. Stewart Shelby, Mickey McCarty, Jason Ewing on the call for tonight's quarterfinal contest. The Tigers lead the Bucks from Barbe 20-0 here with 8 minutes remaining in the first half of play. That NetTech Managed IT Services scoring drive summary. 8 plays, 28 yards, took 2:58 off the clock. Jarvis Blackston with his second touchdown of the night, a 1-yard plunge to give the Tigers a 3-score lead. River Sorrell has it teed up at the South 40. He's kicking towards Forsyth Avenue. Here's the kick. And this looks like it's going to be another touchback, and it will be, as Jordan Griffin just watches it sail over his head. Well, we've heard from Robert Lane, who ran a couple of option plays as a quarterback here at Neville High School. He's over there in Georgia, and he was really fired up.
You think he's tuned in?
About that Parker Robinson running the football a little bit here.
I think Robert, and he and I have talked about throughout the year that, having your quarterback run even just a little bit is puts that in the defensive head and defensive coordinator's mind. So I think it's real important we do that, continue to, and nice job right there again by our offense cashing in the touchdown and continuing this great momentum.
Gray with a design run, and man, watch that Tiger defense just spread that play out. He went to the Barbe side of the football field. He's going to lose a yard, and man, these Tiger defenders are playing like a group possessed out there here in the first half.
It's like they have something to prove tonight, and like I said, all week long they've heard about how good this Barbe hey, look, anytime you put up a team that's averaged over 50 points a game, you're going to get your kids
over and 500 yards of offense per game. That's, I believe, throughout the year. Second down and 11. Gray is got pressure, and then he's going to – that might be intentional grounding. They say it's incomplete. I don't know if anybody was
they're pointing
near. They're pointing at maybe Griffin had dove into the line. Let's look here on the –
Yeah, Griffin was right there.
Griffin was right there. It was right at his feet. Okay. Didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, but Gray had a couple of paws on him.
Yeah, I think that was
Watkins and Kiki, I believe.
Yeah, great pressure there.
Third down and 11 for Barbe. They've been in third and long a lot here tonight. They're going to hand it to Griffin, and he's wrapped up in the backfield. That's Malik Grayson, the first guy to get to him. He's going to lose a yard on third down and make it fourth down and 12, and the Barbe Bucks have not been able to get anything going offensively.
Well, it's amazing how, you get a group of kids that before the game ever starts, they've been locked in all week. I was up here a little bit this week and talked to the coaches and some of the kids. They've been locked in all week getting ready, and you can tell tonight they're just, they're playing with, I don't know if it's something to prove or not, but with great energy nonetheless, and just playing outstanding team defense.
Aiden Sanford to punt the football away. Shorter kick, fair catch called for and made by Ajalani at the Barbe 44-yard line. The Tiger offense once again starting with some great field position. While we got a chance, let's get to that offensive starters. It's been a quick first half. We hadn't got to it, but you got those starters over there, Will, as they're huddled up here on that sideline. There we go. Quarterback, number 15, Parker Robinson. The running backs are J-Rob, Jamarian Roberson, Jarvis Blackson, Zaylin Young, Caden Gray, Desi Bird, and Giantre Snett. Emad Sledge is out there as well. Or the wide receivers, tight ends, Mason Hart, and then the big guys, Van Martinez, Nick Ochoa, Vincent. And that ball, that's J-Rob right there. He's broken free. Nobody's going to catch him. 44 yards, touchdown, Tigers. And they are pouring it on here in the first half, Mickey.
Well, you can't play much better than our Tigers are playing right now. That's just an outstanding, like an inside zone run, and J-Rob hits a crease, and with his speed, he's out the gate, never was touched.
I can go ahead and give you the NetTech scoring drive summary, Andy Martin. One play, 44 yards, 8 seconds. 8 seconds. We're going to have to talk to him about that. I'll have to see what the catapult system said his top speed was. Here's the snap by Shelby, the hold by Alvernia, the kick by Yerger is good. 6:13 remaining in the first half. Neville 27, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football. When back or neck pain won't let you live your life, you need a true specialist. At Louisiana Pain Care, Dr. Hardy Gordon is your spine care expert. He's board certified, fellowship trained, and dedicated to finding the source of your pain, then treating it with the most advanced, minimally invasive options available. Don't let pain control your story. Take the first step toward relief with Dr. Hardy Gordon at Louisiana Pain Care. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts. Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth, and let's check in with our Marion State Bank sideline reporter, Jason Ewing. I mean, man, the Tigers come out on fire here in the first half.
I've been really, really impressed with our defensive front. They have dominated the line of scrimmage, and Barbe just they can't get anything going. And you can tell that they're getting frustrated.
I guess that could probably be an understatement. It's been all Neville to this point. River Sorrell, another touchback.
Well, that's just
another, that's a weapon.
Great weapon. And we talk so much about momentum, and those kickoffs can play such a huge role in momentum. Anytime you're kicking it in the end zone, under our rules, the receiving team can't run it out. So another great weapon and just another phase of our game tonight that's going our way. And execution. Our coach has done a good job putting plans together, but most importantly, our kids are coming out playing with such great energy and execution. And when you can do that, the scoreboard usually going to tell you that. And so far it has in our favor.
Jalandon Gray back to pass. They got the screen set up, and they get it to Griffin, and he is going to be brought down after a gain of about 8 on first down. I think that's the longest play of the night for Barbe here. That 8-yard gain on the screen to Griffin.
Really good play call there, I thought, by Barbe. Anytime a defense is playing with their hair on fire like we are, sometimes screens can be good play calls and good opportunities to get some chunk plays and big yardage.
Second down and a long 2 for the Bucks. Gray looking to throw, and the ball is going to sail over the head of Kuipers into the Barbe bench. It's going to bring up another third down for the Bucks. Barbe 0 for 3 on third down to this point in the contest.
One of the things I noticed about Gray, Stewart, watching film is he throws a really good long ball as far as a precision throwing, the mid-range,
sails a bit.
Much better down the field, and then the quick game. So, again, third down, big play here.
Gray is going to call his own number, and he stays on his feet. Ball comes out. Let's see who's got it. It looks like a Buccaneer fell on it, as it looked like the Tigers had Gray caught short, but he spun out of a tackle. We'll see it here on this Creed and Creed replay.
Yeah, I think Jacoby had him, had arms around him, but a good job by the quarterback spinning out of it.
Fumble by the offense, recover. First down.
That'll be a first down for Barbe, their first down of the night. Coming here with 5:19 to go in the Shell Chiropractic second quarter. Ball is placed at the Barbe 38-yard line. And those Tiger fans are in this one still. The Tigers with a 27-point lead. Fumble in the backfield, and the Tigers, are they going to pounce on it? And it's still up, and then now a Barbe Buccaneer finally falls on it. Wow, it was a mishandled handoff to Griffin, and the Tigers had multiple opportunities. This is going to be a fun one on the Creed and Creed replay.
Yeah, a lot of opportunity there to recover that fumble, but taking offensive tackle from their team to fall on. I know those guys always love to get their hands on the ball. So, but hey, nonetheless, back them up here, second and long.
Yeah, it's
certainly advantageous to our Tiger defense to have a offense in second and long.
The ball's on the 24. They've got to get to the 48. So second and 24 for the Bucks. Tigers showing a 3-man front now, and they hand it to Griffin, who's looking for some room, and then he's hit hard by, I think that was Juju and Max Carter.
That's Mr. Burns.
Yep. You saw him look like he might have caught the edge, and then Juju comes up from that safety position.
Well, watching the replay, just a really good job by Juju and Max as well, coming downhill.
Mm-hmm.
You have to set the edges of the defense. Juju did a really good job keeping outside leverage out there and allowing the safety to run downhill. But before the safety could get there, Juju cleaned it up.
Yeah, he did. Third
did a
and
good job playing
23 for the Bucks. They're going to split Griffin out to the near side slot. Gray has it complete. It looked like they were trying maybe the hook and lateral right there as they drug Kuipers down the near sideline, but they couldn't get it away. Let's check it out on the Creed and Creed replay.
Yeah, I think watching the replay, I'm quite sure that's where they were going, was the hook and ladder. You know, interesting, I saw Ouachita last week ran it. Was it Ouachita or West Monroe maybe? That's actually West Monroe.
I think it was West Monroe, yeah.
I hadn't seen that in a while, and here it is 2 weeks in a row I see that.
Well, after Barbe gets their first down of the night, they fumble it back, and now 4th and 11. And Sanford standing around his 22. The snap is back. The punt is away. This is a low punt this has to be Ajalani is going to stay away from it. And they throw the beanbag way up around the 39. It looks like the back judge thinks maybe one of the Bucks touched the football at the 39-yard line.
The ball was touched. I think he's thinking that. I don't know if that's how they're going to mark it, though.
First down.
All right, they're going to mark it at the 27. No, they're going to mark it up.
Yeah, they are. There we go. He did go to his bag.
Went to his bag at the 39. So let's see. I don't know if we have it on the replay. Let's see. Oh, you showed it to us? Thank you.
We missed it.
We missed it.
Will Anders is on top of it. We just missed it.
Here it is. It was a low punt. Low punt hit a man,
Bad
right?
Punt will hit a man.
Yeah, that's right.
From either team, you never know.
All right, here's Parker Robinson looking to throw. He's going to call his own number, and into that Barbe defense, he gets about 3 on the first down carry. 2nd down and 7 now for the Tigers. Tigers trying to put some more points on the board here in the first half. And this is something that Coach Collins was talking about, is keeping the foot on the gas. That offense last week against Mandeville kind of got hot there in the first half and then slowed down in the second half. And this is something that Coach Collins was preaching this week. Trying a deep ball. They've got Zaylen, and he overthrows him. Robinson just misses on the go route.
Yeah, I saw Z. He, if you'll see the replay, he hesitates a little bit. I don't think that was a stop and go. It may have been a little hesitation to go route. I'm not sure, but we didn't hook up on it. Brings up a 3rd down. You know, both teams here have been very consistent what they've done with the ball. We've ended every drive with a touchdown. They've ended every drive with a punt or fumble. And so hopefully our Tigers can keep it going here. Need to pick up a 3rd down to do that.
3rd and 7. Ball at the Neville 43-yard line. That's Roberson in the backfield. They're going to pull it from him and then throw it to Zaylen, who's got it across the 50, and that's going to be another Sonic drive-in on North 18th Street. 1st down. Ball will be placed at the Barbe 46.
Good job by our coaches there, I think, identifying that area. You've noticed we've hit now the tight end and Zeeland. That's coming out of that number 3 position there at wide receiver. But that area of the field has just been open on some of those 3rd downs. Great job identifying it by Parker and putting the ball on the money.
They bring J-Rob back in the backfield. Tigers split 3 to the far side of the field. The lone receiver to the near side is Sledge. Robinson has it, looking downfield. He's got a little running room. He makes a move at the 43, and he's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Another Sonic drive-in 1st down. And Robert Lane in Georgia is jumping up and down for joy watching Parker run the football.
Good job there by Parker, pulling it down and pick up 1st down. Got all he could and got out of bounds. Didn't have to take that lick right there. Their best tackler was coming right at him, so good job by Parker.
Parker once again rolling to his right. Throws complete. Is that Goins, I believe, on that far sideline? I think it is. C.J. Goins on the catch. And that'll get the Tigers in the J-Papa's red zone. It'll be 1st and goal for Neville at the Barbe 9-yard line. The Tigers are going to take a timeout. 56 remaining in the Sleepy Hollow first half. Tigers 27, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
Around here, family is more than just a last name. It's who you show up for. For generations, the Compton family and Architects Windows and Doors has stood by this community with honesty, hard work, and a handshake you can trust. Because every window we design, every door we assemble, isn't just about your house. It's about your home. Family owned, community rooted, Architects Windows and Doors, a family business built for your family.
Correction, this is Neville's first timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining.
All right, that was the first timeout. You heard from the official as the Tigers have 2 timeouts, 58 ticks on the clock, and they got it first and goal from the 9 as we return you to the Family Solutions broadcast booth here at Bill Ruple. Parker Robinson surveying, and they're going to – the hard count's going to get a Barbe Buck again. That'll be a 4.5-yard step off from the 9.
Going back to that last play, that was a great throw by Parker on the run. That was a dot, and thrown on the run. I love the way we're moving the pocket there a little bit tonight. Just offense doing an outstanding job of execution tonight.
All right, first and goal from the 4.5-yard line. Almost got Barbe to jump again. 10 ticks on the play clock. There's the snap. They're going to do the quick pitch out to J-Rob. Can he get to the corner? Yes, he can, and he's in for the touchdown. Jamarian Roberson with his second touchdown of the night. That touchdown brought to you by Chris Lewis and the Coney Island Connection.
Yeah, good job there by our offensive lineman and getting the edge for J-Rob. When he gets the edge, he's going to go.
Yeah.
He's got great speed and athleticism, and boy, just another solid operation right there by our Tigers to cash in a touchdown.
Yeah, getting it with a short field. Not a short field, but forcing the Barbe punt as the extra point by Yerger is successful. 52 seconds remain here in the Shell Chiropractic second quarter of play. Tigers 34, Barbe nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us.
For 20 years, I've treated the local community as well as young to professional athletes, keeping them healthy and on the field. If you've ever thought about seeing a chiropractor or had neck pain, low back pain, or headaches, call Shell Chiropractic. See if me and my team can help you.
It's playoff time, guys, and we are here. Not only do we want to thank our football team, but we want to thank our spirit groups and our coaches for all the thankless hours that they put in to make this possible. Go get them, Tigers.
Student section fired up, and they should be. The Tiger defense only allowed Barbe averaging 500 yards a game. They've only got 14 to this point in the first half. And stay tuned, everybody, for the Jim Taylor halftime report. I think if the band and everybody's playing, we're going to show it to you. We always do. Is this kick is going to be in the end zone for a touchback. Griffin tried to get it, but we're going to have scores from around the area. The game that we're most focused on is that Ouachita Parkway game, and Ouachita's leading that one 21-16, but we'll update that one. But I got a lot of local teams playing around the area, and we'll update you on all those scores as well as your halftime stats provided to you by NetTech Managed IT Services. So, Coach, offense is clicking, the defense is clicking. It's 34-0. What are you telling your guys? You got 52 seconds here to kind of finish this half.
Just that. Right now, it's finished the half. Let's get in there to halftime with this 34-0 lead.
Gray rolls out, and he's going to avoid the pressure. His pass will be complete. He's short of the line to gain for a first down as the receiver, his forward progress has him out to the 28-yard line. It'll be second down and 2. And now Barbe takes a timeout with 36 seconds remaining, and we'll just kind of keep it here for that. They're going to 40 seconds remaining. Let's check in once again with Jason Ewing. And Jason, you've been on the sidelines all night. What is it? anything different? Did you sense anything from this start?
No, I mean, you could tell the Tigers were focused, coming out on the field, running through the tunnel, and, everybody, the look in their eyes, you could tell they were focused and prepared. But I don't think anybody would have dreamed the Tigers come out here and start this way.
Just stay tuned here. Don't cut us off after a halftime expires. We'll talk with Coach Mike Collins. Jason will have him for our Marion State Bank Coaches Report at halftime. 2nd down and 2 for the Bucks. There's Gray throwing deep, but he was looking for Kuipers, but it was overthrown. The clock will stop with 36 ticks remaining, and that's a 3rd down for Barbe. Tigers now with 2 timeouts in their pocket based on what this play does. We'll see if they try to eke out another offensive possession here in the first half. Every offensive possession for the Tigers has ended up to this point in a touchdown.
Very unusual.
Very unusual.
To have a first half like that, and so it's just exciting to watch when it's happening that way.
3rd down, Gray, the shovel pass. They've completed it, and I think Griffin will get a first down for Barbe. They needed to get to the 30, and that's where they're going to place the ball.
That's an outstanding play by Jalen Watkins, defensive end. He was rushing upfield. He recognized that's going to be a shuttle pass or screen, came off his rush and made the tackle for a short gain.
There's a Barbe Buccaneer injured on this play. 31 seconds remain, and as the Barbe training staff attends to him, let's step away for a minute. Let's take a 1-minute break. We'll be back. Try to finish up this first half right after this.
It's about tradition, value, and community. We're Creed and Creed, and we're proud to call Northeast Louisiana home. Catherine and I raised our family here, we worship here, and we serve here. It's an honor to support the community that has given us so much. Tradition, value, and community. That's Creed and Creed. If you've been injured in an accident, call Creed and Creed today. Proudly serving this great community for over 25 years.
Lily Joyce, Neville Class of 2024. I drive a Nissan Rogue from Sparks. Go Tigers.
Vincent Ware, Class of 2000, Sparks Nissan and Kia Sales, Maxima Driver. Go Tigers.
Kenya Dawson Bennett, Neville High School, Class of 1993. I'm a proud Nissan Murano owner from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
Injured player for Barbe is still down at around the 30-yard line as they continue to tend to that young man. Tigers with a 34-0 lead here over Barbe, but both sides, the stands have quieted down as they tend to this young man. I believe, did I see, was that number 77, Jason? Did you see that? Let's see if we can turn on that mic. He's got his gloves on.
I believe it was 66 or 63.
All right.
I can tell you in just a second.
It's like they're going to try to get him up, maybe. Hope so.
63.
63? Okay, well, that's the young man is Lathan Johnson. If that's 63, that's a fresh.
67.
Okay, 67.
66. 66.
All right, 66. That's Jace Brown, the junior offensive lineman. And let's just hope that it looks like he's being helped off by his teammates.
Yeah,
but,
that's good to see.
That's good to see, though.
Good to see. You hate to see a kid get hurt at any point in any game, of course, but it's good to see him walk off.
Yeah.
With assistance from his teammates, but hopefully he can bounce back and get back in the ball game.
All right, back to football as.
Hey, quick tip of the hat there to Dr. Casey Sermon.
Yes.
Works our sideline often for us from the orthopedic clinic, and he's got some kids from VCOM out here with him. Appreciate them, all of them.
Gray back to pass. Pocket collapsing. He's buying some time. He still looking downfield. He throws it, and it's going to be incomplete. Kuipers unable to come up with the throw a little bit behind him. That's going to stop the clock with 15 seconds, and Unfortunately, I had to go see Casey's sermon last week.
You did, didn't you? What happened?
With my torn calf muscle. I'm hobbling around up here, but
so
he did. I mean, I love Casey. Been happy since he came to town. He's been a big help for the Tigers.
He joined our team back when I was coaching her, and he's been great ever since, servicing Neville High School in our community.
2nd down and 10 for the Bucks. Gray looking again for Griffin on the short screen, and that's going to be incomplete. And the 4th down coming up for the Bucks, I believe. No, it's 3rd down. That was 2nd down. I'm sorry. 12 seconds remaining here in the half.
They were trying to set up another screen over there to Griffin out of the backfield and just didn't quite get it to him. But I think our defense was certainly pursuing there to maybe stop that before it got going.
Jay Traylor, who's was hanging out with us for a couple of weeks, and now he's back in Hot Springs Village watching on the network. We appreciate Jay for checking in. Here's Gray looking downfield, and the Tigers are going to converge, and that ball is going to be incomplete. Nice hit there from Stephen Hanlon to finish that play, and now another Barbe Buccaneer is down, and with 4 seconds remaining, I think it was that number 2, I believe. Was that Kirkland?
I think
that's Kirkland, the wide receiver, who he might have just got the breath knocked out of him. Because I don't know if we have this here on the Creed and Creed replay.
It was a good clean hit by Hanlon right there. Stephen does a good job getting to the receiver and puts a big lick on him. Good clean hit.
The ball was well defended. I think that was Dan Evans that came in and got a hand on it.
Yeah, good play back there in the back end of our defense. Just, we're playing such good team defense. I alluded to that earlier before the game started, that we had to play good team defense and run to the football. Good to see that kid coming off.
Yeah, Kirkland, I think he just got the wind knocked out of him there. But it's 4th down, Mickey. And
they punt this ball. We've came really close to blocking a punt or two tonight.
Yeah.
In fact, a while ago, the punter pulled the ball down to avoid the block and then punted it off. So interesting to see here if Coach will come after this. If they do, they might punt the ball.
They might just let the quarterback run around for 4 seconds. I mean, and the Tigers haven't returned a punt, really. I mean, they got Ajalani back there basically to fair catch.
Right, been a while since we've set up a punt return.
And it looks like the offense is coming back out for Barbe, and the defense is just back in a straight prevent mode here. And now a flag comes in as a delay of game for Barbe.
Delay of game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
So delay of game backs it up to the 26-yard line. So 4th and 15 now for the Bucks. There's the snap. Gray just going to run around a little bit. And he's looking downfield, and he's got it complete to Miles Ledoux on the near sideline, but that's going to do it. What a half of football by the Neville Tigers. They lead Barbe 34-0 as we wait for Coach Collins, who I think Jason has got him right now. Let's check in. Jason, got to be a happy Coach Collins right now.
First half couldn't have gone any better for the Tigers. What do you tell the team at halftime to keep the intensity level up?
Well, the one thing we got to do is we want to win the 4th quarter. Bottom line, I don't give a damn what we do. We want to go out there and win the 4th quarter. I think the big thing is for our team to just keep competing, keep playing. I mean, they still got flip this thing around, and it don't take but a couple of touchdowns and game flip. So we just got to keep our intensity up, and I think we will.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Jason. Thanks, Coach. Well, Mick, before we go to break, I mean, it's a Thanksgiving week. I don't think we're going to have much halftime festivities. So we've alluded to it a little bit during the broadcast, but this first half, I mean, I thought that to this point that Alexandria game was the most complete game I've seen the Tigers play. But this might be the most complete game I've seen the Tigers, first complete half of football I've seen the Tigers play in a couple of years.
Yeah, it's amazing when you have a reason why. We talk about why a lot. Know your why, and I think you mentioned the Ash game. Well, I think the reason why we were locked into that game so well because we got the tar beat out of us by Ash last year.
Yep.
This week, the reason why, particularly defensively, because they're averaging 50 points a game, and they've heard all week how good they are offensively. Kids are just locked in, and they know why they're playing. They know what they're playing for. This is a round of 8. Of course, after tonight, there will be semifinal round, only 4 teams in every bracket. And you win this one, you're going to play 4 quarters, get a chance to go to New Orleans, get in that big building down there on Poydras Street, known as the Dome, which is what every team starts out to do when you start back in the offseason. So this is probably the most complete game of football I've seen us play in a long time. And a credit to our kids and our staff for playing a great first half. But as Coach said, I knew he would.
Yeah.
It's one half.
It's one half.
It's one half. Great first half, but let's finish this thing out and do indeed win the fourth quarter. Our team this year, we've had some games we didn't finish well.
Yeah.
So I know that'll be talked about in the locker room. He'll have to calm the kids down a little bit. They're riding high as they go in there and eat a Snicker bar and get a drink and all those things. But, at this point, hopefully we'll get a lot of kids in the ball game. We can keep playing good defense and not give them a breath of air or any hope.
All right, folks, we're going to break away here for a minute. We won't have the Bengals or the band here at halftime, but we will have some scores from around the area and these first half stats for you when we return. This will be a 4-minute break. Neville 34, Barbe nothing. Here from the Family Solutions broadcast booth. When we come back, we'll start the Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime show. Stay with us.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
Lily Joyce, Neville Class of 2024. I drive a Nissan Rogue from Sparks. Go Tigers.
Vincent Ware, Class of 2000, Sparks Nissan and Kia Sales, Maxima Driver. Go Tigers.
Kenya Dawson Bennett, Neville High School, Class of 1993. I'm a proud Nissan Murano owner from Sparks Nissan. Go Tigers!
Our team knows the winning combination is always Neville Nation and Sparks Nissan Kia. Join the team today. Remember, hot deals start with Sparks.
At Origin Bank, we understand the importance of community. That's why we're committed to the Northeast Louisiana Food Bank, providing meals to 25,000 of our neighbors across 12 parishes. Through their efforts, they provide about 6 million meals a year to those facing hunger in our area. Visit foodbanknela.org to learn more, sign up to volunteer, or donate to support their mission. Thanks so much to the Nela Food Bank for your community efforts and for partnering with us at Origin Bank.
At St. Francis Health, we're focused on serving you with a dedication to excellence, innovation, clinical expertise, and respect for who you are as a person. As we turn our attention to the future, our commitment to Northeast Louisiana is at the center of how we move St. Francis forward. Our highly skilled team has one thing in mind: excellence in healthcare. It is our honor and our mission to serve you and this community. St. Francis, official healthcare partner of the Neville Tigers.
As a behavioral health practice serving communities across Louisiana, our goal at Family Solutions is to empower people with the tools and support they need to thrive. We provide counseling, psychological testing, medication management, physical, occupational, speech, and ABA therapies. Whatever the need, we'll stand beside you celebrating every success. And just as you cheered for your Neville Tigers, our team at Family Solutions will always be cheering for you. Go Tigers.
When hunger hits, head to Sonic Drive-In on North 18th Street in Monroe. Whether it's burgers hot off the grill, crispy tots, or a classic cherry limeade, Sonic has the flavor you love. Fast, fresh, and made just the way you like it. And Sonic is proud to continue their support of Neville High School, standing behind our Tigers both on and off the field. So swing by Sonic on North 18th Street today, where great food and community spirit come together.
At Marion State Bank, we're committed to the growth of our community, starting with education. From elementary to high school and beyond, we invest in the growth of our students. Because strong roots begin with empowered minds, from local classrooms to high school athletics, and supporting college dreams. Marion State Bank, rooted in education and local athletics. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Welcome back. We are in the Jim Taylor Auto Group halftime show. The Tigers leading the Barbe Bucks 34-0, and we've got some scores from around the area. Quarterfinal round here in the Louisiana High School Association playoffs. Starting in Division I Non-Select, Westgate leads. That's not Westgate. That's Southside leads Ruston 28-21. Zachary and Central are all tied up at 14. Ouachita Parish leads Parkway 21-16. Division I Select, Carr leads Evangel 22-6. John Curtis leading Turlings Catholic 14-0. St. Aug on top of Rummel 21-10. And Alexandria Senior High leading Catholic 6-3. Division II Non-Select, Franklinton and North DeSoto knotted up at 20. Lutcher leads Iowa 21-20. Belle Chase all over West Feliciana 27-0. And Plaquemine leads Cecilia 26-0. In Division II Select, Edie White trails St. Charles Catholic 10-0. Archbishop Shaw leading Loyola 28-0. Vanderbilt Catholic and Lake Charles College Prep all knotted up at 14. University Lab leads Madison Prep 30-16. In Division III Non-Select, Gina leads Mansfield 22-14. Sterlington blanking Loreauville at half 20-0. St. James leads Oak Grove 37-13. And Union Parish ahead of Kinder 7-6. In Division III Select, Catholic New Iberia trails Lafayette Christian 20-14. Notre Dame Crowley leads Lafayette Renaissance 7-6. Calvary leads Jewel Sumner 14-0, and Dunham leads Newman 27-16. Moving on to Division 4. Division 4 Non-Select, Haynesville leads J. Hodge 14-0. Mangum leading East Feliciana 28-16. No score reported from North Iberville and South Plaquemine. And Jeanneret leads Logansport 14-0. Division 4 Select, Westminster Christian leads St. Ed's 35-8. Riverside on top of OCS 24-7. Ascension Episcopal 28-0 over Hamilton Christian, and no score reported from Ascension Catholic and Catholic Point Capee. Let's go to we'll go to our NetTech Managed IT Services halftime stats. And Coach, this is fairly impressive here. The Tigers with 257 total yards, 115 on the ground, 142 through the air. They were no turnovers. They were 5 of 6 on third down and only have been penalized one time for 5. And here's the surprising one. Barbe with 40 total yards on the night, negative 21 on the ground, 61 through the air. Most of those coming on that last drive there at the end of the half. They've turned the ball over once with that one pick. They were 2 of 7 on third down and been penalized 5 times for 28 yards. Parker is 11 for 16 for 142 yards and a touchdown for the Tigers. Jamarian Roberson has 7 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jarvis Blackston, 7 carries, 25 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Zaylin Young, 3 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. Emad Sledge, 3 catches for 37 yards. And then J-Rob has a couple of catches as well. But Griffin who came in with 1,500 yards or so in the last 6 or 7 games, held 3 carries, -6 yards. Gray, the quarterback, 5 carries, -4 yards. And you can't say enough about that Tiger defense there in the first half.
No, you cannot. Like I said, I was up here a couple times this week, once with the bank, Origin Bank, giving our Player of the Week award out on Wednesday, and once early in the week on Monday, and chatted a little bit with Coach Collins and the coaches. And, Coach Collins, having the defensive background that he does, he loves accepting the challenge of something just like this. And man, as Coach Wise, Reagan Wise, our defense coordinator, and staff have put such a good game plan together. And like we've alluded to already several times, our kids are just playing with their hair on fire on defensively, which is a compliment to say. They're playing with such great energy and effort. And not only that, they're playing good sound defense, meaning they're leveraging the ball. We're not letting them obviously get the edge on us, but also playing well downhill from the back end. But our defensive front has just set the tone. They're winning the line of scrimmage. And let's also tip our hat to our offensive linemen. We put up some nice drive. Every time we've touched the ball first half, as we talked about, ended with the back judge, the referee, giving the touchdown signal. And, that's hard to do. That's hard to do at practice, Stewart. So, man, hats off to every phase of our game. Really the only glaring thing, we missed an extra point. I think that's the only thing that we look back on and say we're just not playing darn near perfect in the half. A couple of penalties there, which haven't hurt us at all. Overall, an outstanding job by our kids on the field and staff putting together, calling a good football game. A lot of credit, to the kids. And, again, first half we won, but, we got to get all zeros on the clock to finish this thing out. And I think we'll see continued energy. I know it'll be disappointing if we come out, lay an egg on offense, and we're not playing with great energy on defense. I don't anticipate that at all. I know our coaches have been in the ears of these guys, and we have enough senior leadership on this team to and not only that, we have to think back almost a calendar year ago how our year ended down here on this end, the north end
end of the field.
In the semifinals against Central. Playing a game where we felt like we had a great chance to win it there at the end, but didn't. But using that as fuel, as momentum to continue a run in the playoffs, I think by all means plays a part in these kids when they put that uniform on, that black helmet, come out here at Bill Ruple Stadium and ready to play on Friday night.
All right, Coach. Well, that's going to wrap up the Jim Taylor Group halftime show. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We will come back. We'll have the second half kickoff here from the Family Solutions broadcast booth at Bill Ruple Stadium. Neville leading this one at half, 34-0. We'll be right back.
Welcome to the Carpenter Health Network, where we can assist you with all your home health needs.
Promoting healthy and independent living at home with Stay at Home Health.
Where advanced illness management is our specialty. Let us help you recover from injury, surgery, or illness with our team of dedicated medical professionals.
Well, we strive to make every day a good day at St. Joseph Hospice.
Let us make the Carpenter Health Network a part of your family by promoting healthy and independent living for your loved ones. We are the network, and we are all in.
Go Tigers!
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. Here at Coney Island Connection, we believe in giving back and showing a lot of love, and it's all made possible because of you. Thank you for making Coney Island Connection a small business with a big heart.
Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers.
At
At Jim Taylor Buick GMC, we bring our A-game every day, delivering a home run experience for you, like the thrill of sinking the game-winning shot or finding just the right vehicle for you. Whatever drives you when you shop with Jim Taylor, we put you in the starting lineup. Visit us online at jimtaylorbuickgmc.com or in Monroe, where we are professional grade, and we never stop working for you.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. Tacked a couple of more minutes on there as Barbe is ready to retake the field. The Tigers have retaken the field from their halftime break. Tigers deferred in the first half, and they'll get the second half kickoff. And, Coach, I know, Tigers can go down and on this first drive make a statement to open up this second half. That's, I think, what Coach Collins is looking for here.
Yeah, no question. You're talking to locker room about, coming out and, the cliche about driving some nails here in the coffin and meaning just, do what you need to do to continue to play well, score points, keep them off the scoreboard, and you're going to go advance to the semifinals if you can do those things. So hopefully we'll see a continued excitement out of our Tigers here on the field, and a good Thanksgiving crowd here tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people are in town.
That's right.
For Thanksgiving.
Had a great crowd last
rally.
night at the pep rally.
And, it was great to see alumni come back, and like my son and yours as well, kids that are off to college come back to town, see their friends and family coming back. All great things, and it's always unique and special to play a home football game during Thanksgiving break. And have the conclusion of Thanksgiving weekend right here at Bill Ruple Stadium with a victory is even better.
Yeah, the Tigers have a couple of more quarters before they can move on to the semis. This third quarter, sponsored by Taco Bandito. Taco Bandito, fuel your drive with their bold flavors. They got locations in Monroe and West Monroe. I hit the Bandito every week, and we appreciate Tyler Moses and his group for their sponsorship of Neville Tiger football.
Stuart, wouldn't be surprised at all here to see the old
onside
OSK.
kick.
Yeah, onside kick here. Not at all. I think
they got to steal a possession somehow.
Absolutely.
Aiden Sanford has teed up at the 40. They're kicking from Hilton Street to Forsyth. He does kick this one deep, and that's going to be Goins, who takes it at the 6-yard line. He's got a lane up the middle, and he's brought down by number 12, Derek Tillman, at around the 26-yard line.
Ooh, so he was close.
He was very close.
Yeah, he was close. Had a little crease right there. Good tackle by their player. Goins is going to be a good football player for us, just a freshman. And, look, anytime you got a freshman on the field playing at this time of year, getting that experience is huge at any position on the field. So he's an exciting player. Going to be fun to see him grow.
Well, the Tigers, their offense trots back out there.
Well, we'll see if our offensive line can get going. I think that's a big crew to kind of help spark the second half momentum, I hope.
And I
continue
can tell you
to dominate.
The north wind has picked up.
Yep,
we can't
see
feel
the
it.
flag in the end zone going. Tigers start off taking another shot, and it is tipped and caught by Emad Sledge. The ball was into that north wind, and Gavin Floyd got a hand on it, but Sledge didn't give up on the play. Check this out on the Creed and Creed replay.
Well, we start both halves with a long pass down the field to Sledge. We dropped the first one. How about the karma there to come back and catch one to start saying, great job. Good play by our Tigers.
Next play, a pass to Mason Hart, who's rumbling downfield. He's got another Sonic drive-in first down. The Tigers into the J. Papa's red zone as we're just underway here in the second half of play.
I'm a big fan of tight ends touching the football. Great, and I say that because I'm former coach of the tight ends on our team. But it's great to see those guys get some touches, and it can be a big part of your offense.
Parker back to throw. He calls his own number of flags coming in there. There's 2 flags coming in.
That may be a face mask there. Here comes a third
There's
flag.
a third flag. Man, there's
pretty
a
sure
lot of
they were
laundry out there. It was right in the middle of that run. Let's check in. Let's see if we can get the official call as the officials are. Mason Hart had his hands on his head. There might be multiple fouls on this play.
It could be. There's multiple flags on the field.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
that's right.
A
Let's
lot
see.
of laundry.
From every angle, the flags came in. All right. They're still talking about it.
Figuring it out. We have Keith Alexander up here in the box with us. Keith, a long-time educator.
Personal foul, face mask, defense number 20. That penalty will be enforced half the distance to the goal. It remains first down.
I bring up Keith because he was the head of officials for our state, football officials for a long time. Did an outstanding job. We had a great relationship through our time together, and good to see him here tonight. He's still overseeing the official and actually works some games.
Now 1st and 2 from the Tigers after the penalty was stepped off half the distance. I believe it is at the 7 or the 6-yard line. But not an automatic first down here. Tigers still can get one with a 2-yard run. There's Robinson, and he's got Mason Hart. Touchdown, Tigers. Looks like they're going to keep them out there as the Tigers are going to go for 2 because if they get to 42, it's a running clock for the rest of this one. But a nice job. Hart just releases there into the end zone.
Great job. They're into that trips formation. There's just been that soft spot in that zone all night, and we've just continued to hit it. And, again, great to see that tight end get into the end zone for a touchdown score.
I believe that's Mason's first touchdown of the year. Mm-hmm. I'll look back, and I've got all my stats here. I'll double-check that. Tigers going for 2.
So we moved the ball to the left hash here on this 2-point try.
Swing Blackston out. They got Zaylin Young in the back of the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and folks, we'll have a running clock here in the quarterfinals. Moving forward. 42-0, our score. Tigers on top of the Bucks. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more Neville Tiger football.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. Here at Coney Island Connection, we believe in giving back and showing a lot of love, and it's all made possible because of you. Thank you for making Coney Island Connection a small business with a big heart.
Taco Bandito. Our cooking and service is speedo at Taco Bandito.
Taco Bandito on Forsyth Avenue in Monroe and Warren Drive at Cypress Street in West Monroe.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth. You're watching on the network. Good shot of the home Thanksgiving crowd here at Bill Ruple. And that was Mason Hart's first touchdown catch of the season. And as a father of a former tight end, I remember Mason getting that first touchdown. And how excited he was. And Mason, who's played tremendous for us all season, gets paid off there with that touchdown. Here's the kick. Sorrell and Griffin didn't want any part of that one. He could have returned it.
Yeah.
It bounced at the 2 and bounced into the end zone, and that's it. And the clock continues to run. And Coach, Robert's going to be really jealous of you because we're going to get out maybe earlier than we've gotten out of any football game.
Taco Bandito here in a little while.
We're here in the Taco Bandito third quarter is going to move on quick.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. I think our coaches right there at halftime discussed the idea of a 42-point lead and a running clock. We came out aggressively, which was great, and got those points, and here we go with a running clock.
Direct snap to Griffin. I don't know if it was intentionally a direct snap because the quarterback actually faked the handoff to him there. But either way, we can see it here on the Creed and Creed replay. Yeah, actually Griffin ran the option.
He ran the option.
Right there. Couple yards, 1 yard on the carry, 2nd down and 9 for the Bucks. It's Gael still in there? He's got to update the graphics here. Another direct snap. Well, that's not a direct snap. That's Griffin. That's actually looks like he's playing quarterback. And he hands it off to Jalandon Gray. So they've changed some things up here.
Yeah.
And that'll be a first down for the Bucks as Barbe trying to throw a little wrinkle at the Tiger defense. People asking what the running clock thing means. It means that the clock won't stop. In here in the second half, another high throw. This time Gray was looking again for Kuipers, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down and 10 for the Bucks.
Explain that rule a little bit. This was just passed and instituted just
few
the
years
last
ago.
3 years, I think. And it basically what it is a mercy rule. We've seen this in both baseball and basketball now has a running clock at a certain, you get to a certain point where the clock doesn't stop.
It's 6 touchdowns is basically what you're looking at. 42 points at any point. That's the Bucks jump a little bit early right there. It's going to back them up 5. But at any point in the football game, it doesn't have to be 42-0. It can be 48-6 or what. It's just a 42-point differential, and then the clock doesn't stop, except for timeouts and injuries.
The only thing that I don't like about it, and wouldn't as a coach, is that you lose some opportunity to get some of your
guys
subs
in,
right, for your team.
That's
but it's a mercy rule for the other team as that goes.
Second down and 15. Out rolls Gray. He's got a man complete out to the 38-yard line. That's Kuipers on the catch. They're going to say he's out of bounds at the 39. He'll be a couple yards shy of the first down marker.
Well, credit Gray there. He threw a nice strike on the run. I talked about earlier his mid-range accuracy, but that was spot on, right on the money.
6:33 remaining here in the Taco Bandito third quarter. Third down and 4 for the Bucks. They hand it to Griffin. He's broken free on the right side, and Bucks have crossed the 50 for the first time tonight, out to the Neville 49-yard line.
That's just a little dose of what we've seen on film watching that kid play. Puts his foot in the ground and gets north and south really quickly with some power and speed.
Little swing pass. That's going to be a double pass as Kuipers has got it, and he tosses it into the waiting arms of Dan Evans, the freshman cornerback for the Tigers. They had to resort to something, but the second turnover of the night now for the Bucks gives the ball back to the Tigers.
How about our freshman corner right there coming up with a big play? I want to say he came off of his receiver to pick that off. We'll watch the replay and see. Nonetheless, a good turnover again by our defense. Yeah, the corner comes off the widest receiver and gets back to get underneath that pass. So sets our offense up again. See if we can continue this streak of touchdowns, Stewart.
Well, they did stop the clock on change of possession.
Yes, they did.
So, but now the clock cranks back up, and this might be the final drive for the ones here on this for this Tiger offense. But they want to, even it still matters here. Well, that's Goins in there, quarterback. He hands it to Jarvis Blackston, and he rumbles forward for another Sonic drive-in first down. 12-yard gain out to the 42.
That was actually. Is that Trey Caston in the tailback? Yeah, 29's in there.
Is that 29?
Yeah, the second team's in.
Okay, that is 29.
And
sorry. All right, well, that's Caston.
Yep, offensive lineman as well.
Yeah, I see Ajalani there. You also have Caden Gray in at receiver. So, yeah, Van comes out. There, I saw Van out there, and now Van's off the field.
We'll see Wesley James at right tackle.
Yep. So C.J. Goins in there, and that is
Drew
Trey
Rutledge
Caston.
at center. Yeah.
They're going to hand it. Nope, that's Goins is going to call his own number, and he's going to go down. back around the 40-yard line. He'll lose a couple as the Bucks defense, and you see Mason Hart come out, and Hunter Quinn goes in, and now another Barbe Buck is down on the play. So they stop the clock. 3:58 remaining here in the Taco Bandito third quarter. Let's break away. 1 minute break. We'll be back with more Neville Tiger football right after this.
Imagine having a beautiful smile that carries you through all stages of life, and that beautiful smile begins at Caples & Robinson Orthodontics. To further enhance our patient experience and care, Dr. Caples and Dr. Robinson welcome Dr. Cammie Laird as a new member of the Caples & Robinson practice. And with over 56 years of combined practice, we are the most experienced orthodontic group in Northeast Louisiana. We use the latest advancements in orthodontic technology, including the Damon Ultima system for braces, and Spark aligners that are customized to fit your life, not the other way around. Our doctors and staff will make sure you have the best experience possible on your journey to a straighter smile. That includes faster and more comfortable treatment that will give you a smile you'll be proud to wear. Ready to get started? Contact Caples & Robinson Orthodontics today at 318-325-9655 and take the first step towards a confident smile.
Welcome back to the Family Solutions broadcast booth here in the Taco Bandito third quarter of play. The young man still down there for Barbe. I don't know if Jason got his number, but he's getting up. Little help up there. Looks like maybe number 6, Tristan Bilbo. And he's up walking off under his own power, and that's good to see. But Tiger offense trots back out there. The young guys have it at their own 40-yard line. Second down and 12 now for the Tigers. Goins looks to the sideline as the clock continues to run. The Tiger, I don't know if it's because it's 42-0, but the Tiger crowd has learned well. They've been trained well over the past few weeks of when to blow the horns and when not to.
You're right. Pretty silent out there right now.
They hand the ball off to Caston, and he's got running room. Breaks the tackle at the 50. Still on his feet, and he's broken free down the near sideline and finally pushed out of bounds is Trey Caston at the Barbe 21-yard line.
Well, you know what's great to see to me, Stuart, you bring in your second-team group, and the kids are executing. They're not being sloppy or penalties. Yeah. They're executing the offense, and that's great to see anytime. But you get them a little playoff football experience. It only helps you for next year.
You've got some guys on this line that have some playing experience. They were forced into action early this year. If you remember, the Tiger offensive line really didn't get congealed, if you will, until about week 5 or 6.
Week 5, I think so, right.
Goins calls his own number. As he dives into the middle of the field, he's going to have a short gain of about 1 to the 20. They test the middle of that Barbe Bucks defense. Well, he gets 2, so we'll call it second down and 8.
I want to send a word of happy Thanksgiving to Jeff Gregory and his family. Coach Gregory's abroad, I think, over in Scotland.
Congratulations in order, too, to his daughter graduating for, I believe, the University of Edinburgh over there.
Yeah, quite a feat. So congratulations to her and Elizabeth and Jeff over there. So hopefully have a great time. I know they're tuned in cheering on the Tigers.
There's the snap. Hand it to Caston, but it's going to be a loss on the play. I believe that was 29. Will Trahan that came up from that. He just went right into the backfield. He's going to lose 5 back to the 25. Yeah, third down and 14.
We turned one loose in there that time, Stuart.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here's the third down play. We'll see. I mean, we're kind of in that. They might try a field goal here at the end just to do it.
I'd like to see us try it if we get to that point.
Goins to throw. He's got it complete. That's Gray. He's got it across the 20 out to about the 15-yard line. So a nice job there on third down to make it fourth and manageable. Let's see if they go for the the field goal. And this is one of those deals at 42-0. You might want to just keep these offensive guys out there. You don't want to act like you're padding on, but you want these offensive guys to play. So
yeah, you do, and it's it's coach's call, head coach's call, and coach wants to keep him out there. So let's play ball.
4th down and 3, or maybe 4. Goins looking for a little running room. He is going to be just short of the first down. He needed 4. He got 2, and that's going to turn the ball over on downs for the Tigers. And
First down,
Barbe, for the first time tonight, keeps the Tigers off the scoreboard. And as they change possession, there's 17 seconds remaining here in this Taco Bandito third quarter. And, Coach, coming into this game, we'd heard so much about this Barbe offense and, 55 points a game over this winning streak and 500 yards of total offense. I wasn't surprised that the Tiger defense shows up. They've been able to do well against the run. That's been the strength of that Tiger defense. But to do it this way has got to be surprising.
Through 3 quarters to keep a 0 up there.
It's
and,
in the quarterfinals.
Right.
All right. That's going to be the end of the Taco Bandito third quarter. We're going to step away for a 1-minute break. Tigers lead this one 42-0. We'll be back. Stay with us. Looking for a great meal right here in Monroe? Stop by Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza on the corner of Tower and Lammy Lane. Whether you're craving a fresh, made-to-order sub or a hot, cheesy pizza, they've got you covered. And while you're enjoying your favorite meal, know that Subway and Mama DeLuca's are proud to continue their support of Neville High School athletics. Great food, great people, and a great tradition of giving back. That's Subway and Mama DeLuca's Pizza, fueling our community and our Neville Tigers. We've made it to the fourth quarter of play. You see the scoring summary. Tigers put up 7 in the first and had a big second quarter, 27 points in the second quarter, and a opening drive of the second half. They put 7 on the board, and it's 42-0 Tigers as Griffin has broken free out across the 30, and he has a first down for the Bucks.
Stewart, I think that was number 2 there, Kirkland, with the ball in his hand.
Oh, is that was Kirkland?
Yeah.
Okay, that was Kirkland.
And he was our starting tailback early in the year.
He was.
And a good one.
A dang good one. All right, our fourth quarter sponsor is Dr. Hardy Gordon over there at Louisiana Pain Care, and we appreciate him coming in and sponsoring the fourth quarter here in the playoffs. Dr. Gordon can help manage your pain. If you're having trouble, call Louisiana Pain Care today. Gray lofts one up deep, and it's going to be incomplete, but they're going to throw a flag at the end. I believe that's Denham Nelson on the coverage. The ball was underthrown, and they come back. He was looking for Kuipers. Well, we can see here on the replay.
Defense, number 17, 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, the result of which is a first down.
I know Coach is going to well, they mark it off 15 for against the Tigers, and we've got a lot of new faces out there for that Tiger defense. See Chase Williams out there at one of the ends. So definitely the twos back in. The ball's now at the Barbe 41-yard line. They're going to hand the football off, and that is going to be Kirkland on the carry. And a nice pursuit there by the Tigers. I believe that was Quentin Major who came up from that safety position to make the stop on Kirkland after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, nice job there. Good to see these young guys out getting on the field, Stewart. And these kids work hard. Oftentimes they're scout team players during the week. And I know when I was coaching, I loved the opportunity to get those kids on the field, and good to see coaches doing that right now.
Isaac Brooks just came off, and I see Benjamin Burkett out there on the defensive line. The last time he was in there, he caused a fumble. They hand it. This is Griffin. There's a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. And I think, who's that out there? Is that still Hanlon? That is Hanlon, and Denham Nelson combined on the stop. but there is a penalty laying at the line of scrimmage, and this is probably going to be a procedure penalty against, or it might be offsides against the Tigers. Let's see. I didn't catch
missed the replay.
Missed the replay.
Illegal formation.
Nope, illegal formation. Yeah, there was one of the receivers wasn't on the
5-yard penalty.
wasn't on the line of scrimmage, so that'll back them up 5. Back to the Barbe 39-yard line. Tigers continue to switch out guys. I see Dylan Hawkins coming off. Braden Jackson coming on. I think that's Reichart.
Yeah, Miles Reichart at linebacker. Which Miles has played a good bit this year.
Yep. I'm trying to get the number on the other linebacker. They hand it to Griffin, and he's still on his feet. No, the ball has been picked up and run back. It was a fumble on the play. It's Denham Nelson has it, and up the Barbe sideline he goes. We'll have to check out the Creed and Creed replay as they hand it to Griffin. He goes into the line of scrimmage, and I think that was 94. Braden Jackson, who got a paw in there and popped the football out. Denham Nelson picks it up and returns it inside the 20, and the Tigers are inside the J. Papa's red zone once again.
Yeah, kids, continue to play hard. That was Will Wilkinson in there at the other linebacker, by the way.
Yeah, Will Wilkinson.
Beside Miles. But, good job by our defense picking up the loose ball and big return, setting the offense up again.
Going to have to retune the old PA system for the semifinal game. That Matt Williams in at
Matt
quarterback?
Williams in now at quarterback.
That Perkins in there at running back, I believe 25 it is. Now a flag comes in. That might be a procedure.
Yeah, it was our tight end moved a little early there.
Offense number 85, 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
He was a little excited, I think.
Yeah,
a little excited.
Yep. As he was going, that backs him up 5, back to the 20. So we're out of the J. Papa's red zone. Will, take it off. We appreciate everybody there at J. Papa's for their sponsorship. Jonathan Perry and his crew. All right.
And good food.
They're going to hand it to Perkins, and he's going to lose a couple back to the 25. Clock's running. I mean, we're at 6.5 minutes to go in this one, and I can safely say I think the Tigers will be moving on. It's who they're going to play is the question, and at the end of the third quarter, it's Ouachita 28, Parkway 16. So that's a potential repeat of our district matchup with the Lions. This time it will be here at Bill Ruple Stadium. And Perkins with a nice tough run, breaking a couple of tackles, gets it to the 19-yard line, gain of 6 for Perkins. And I think you noting a few of these guys that are
especially the bigs in there, again, from coaching the offensive line some years. Love to recognize those guys. They're unsung heroes of the football team. But we have Aiden Vaughn in there, Davis Doopy now, Drew Rutledge. I'll try to pick up the other ones here shortly.
Matt Williams looks to the sideline.
And Wesley James at right tackle.
Yep, Wesley played a lot of snaps early in the year, and they give it to Perkins, who is close to the first down. Let's see if they give him one. They're going to mark him down at the 10. He's going to be about a yard shy of that first down. The Tigers are back into the J. Papa's red zone. Well, I mark him at the 11, so it'll be 4th down and 3. The Tigers keep the offense.
He's just short. That was a nice run by
Perkins
there, finding his way through the defense.
And Schnett is going to move as that'll back the Tigers up 5.
That'll drive the receiver coach crazy.
Yeah.
Those guys
here comes another one. Yeah. Walker Dean is going to replace Schnett.
Well, the receiver's supposed to watch the football. He's not supposed to listen to the snap count, but, they're anxious, and with this opportunity to play under the Friday night lights.
4th down and 8 now for the Tigers. Now Williams calls his own number, and I don't know if the football came out. It might have. I think he did fumble it.
He was separated,
but it was on
football.
4th down. They turned it over on downs, and the Bucks take over at around the, let's see where they're going to spot, around the 19-yard line.
By the offense, recovered by the defense. First down, Barbe.
All right, so they, well, Coach, 4 minutes left here in the Dr. Hardy Gordon Louisiana Pain Care 4th quarter. Ruston has taken the lead over Southside, 35-28. We're going to actually get a chance to catch a couple of these games, or at least the end of some of these games potentially after this one.
Well, no surprise by Ruston there. We know the resilience of their team.
It's a Southside team. Another Veer special down there in the Lafayette area, as the Barbe running back is tackled inbounds at around the 21-yard line. 2nd down and 5 now for the Bucks. That was Kirkland on the carry.
Well, we still have quite a few horns cranking up.
We do have a few horns.
4th.
Low snap, Gray rolling to his right, and that ball once again overthrown. He was looking for Miles Ledoux, and this running clock, I just want to thank all the people that are part of this tonight's broadcast. I've got Janae and Rice Honor on the corners, right there. On the corner cameras. Cannon Talbot up top on the camera. Sean Hollister is in doing everything for us. Still coming in from Dallas. He's on his way to Oklahoma. He's going to be at the LSU Oklahoma game tomorrow. It's the most well-traveled man I've ever seen. You got Vaughn Wetzel back from Italy on our field camera as Gray's pass falls incomplete. He's on the field camera for us right here. We got Justin back in the Sunday 98.3 studios. Andy Martin on the stats for us, and Adam McGee's up here keeping us fed there from the subway there on Lammy Lane in Monroe.
There's such a great team here with the network, and I want to say what a great broadcast you guys do every week. It's talked about a lot. The quality of it is outstanding. So you guys have done a great job promoting high school football and our activities at Neville High School.
We enjoy every minute of it. All right, there's Gray, who's broken free on 4th down play. He's got the first down. He's out of bounds at the 30. But just about a minute and a half to go, and I didn't intentionally leave out Will Anders, who is directing this chaos.
I wasn't going to let you do that. Right.
And Will is just
Will's a maestro, man.
Outstanding. And with Coach Gregory out of town, his job kind of doubled up this week.
Will's a former player of ours and does an outstanding job with the network, and not only that, but as an employee now with the school.
Well, the pass is complete to Miles Ledoux as the Bucks get across the 50 to the Neville 49, and we're under a minute to go in this one. The Tiger defense, even with those twos, you know those ones are like you keep that 0 on the
you can see them down there,
field.
absolutely.
Yeah, they're rooting them on
here.
Rooting them on.
And what a feat to do if we can get it done.
Gray rolling to his right, looking.
Stay after him.
They're chasing him. 41 has a chance to get him, and Gray's going to step out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And that might be the final play, as it's 22 seconds on the clock, and we'll see if Barbe is going to try to run. I think they're going to try to run one more play to get some points on the board here. We're under 10 to go. Tigers have deepened up here on the defense. Gray going to run back, and that ball is picked off.
Nice pick.
Denham Nelson seals the deal, and the Tigers are moving on to the semifinal round. 42-0, your final score.
Well, just can't say enough about that defense tonight, as well as offense and the kicking game. Complete victory tonight.
This was a total domination.
Total domination
by the Tigers here. We don't know who our opponent will be because those games are not decided. Last I saw, Ouachita was leading Parkway at the end of the third quarter, 28-16. But as we await,
that one's
Coach
not
Collins,
over yet.
That one's not over. You can turn in our buddies there in the Ouachita Parish High School network on YouTube. You can watch the end of that one if you like. And they're on the Soul of the City, one of our partner stations, 106.1. But don't turn off just yet because we're going to have Neville head football coach Mike Collins here. And I think Jason's got the victorious Mike Collins down right now.
Coach, about complete as the ball game the Tigers have played all season. You know, I thought Ash was complete. This was a little bit better.
Yeah, 100% better. And, you know, I thought we just did it in all phases, you know, offensively, moved the ball. Did what we wanted to do, came out and, you know, ran the ball when we wanted to run it, threw the ball when we wanted to throw it, and then defensively we smothered them. And, you know, I mean, you know, it just a matter of getting yourself lined up properly, I think, is the big key, and that's what we did tonight with the defense. And then special teams were really good, and, you know, our guys did a good job all the way around. Played with emotion, played with some excitement, and I think that was a big part of it.
Well, and you got a lot of the younger guys in, got to run and clock in the second half, got to play the first, second, third team, you know, get a lot of kids experience in a quarterfinal ball game. That's huge.
Well, the other thing is we got some seniors in the ball game, too, that may be last time they get on the field. And, you know, we felt good about getting those guys in the game, and I told the coaches just leave them in there. And, you know, proud that everybody got to, you know, most everybody got a chance to get in the game, and, you know, glad for those kids.
Yeah,
they work hard every day, and, you know, and they get an opportunity to get in the ball game and play.
Yeah, last I heard, Ouachita is up by 12, 13 points going into the fourth quarter, so could be a repeat of a 2-5A foe back here next week.
It really don't matter to us, just whoever's next.
There you go. Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, Jason, and thanks, Coach. And he's right. Next week has not been completely written, but the Tigers know that they will be right here at home at Bill Ruple Stadium for the semifinal round. I'm waiting for the final stats here for us on tonight's game, but it's going to be an impressive stat line. Even though Barbe got a little bit there in garbage time, but even with that, the Tiger defense held Barbe to 133 yards of total offense, 40 on the ground, 93 through the air. Gray, 10 of 22 for 93 yards, and he had 2 picks on the night. Griffin, 5 carries, -3 yards. Gray was the leading rusher, 9 carries for 34 yards. The Tigers amassed 392 yards of total offense, 174 on the ground, 218 through the air. Parker was 14 of 19 for 208 and 2 touchdowns. Goins had a throw and a catch there for 10 yards. J-Rob, 7 carries, 57 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jarvis Blackston, 7 carries, 25 yards, and a couple of touchdowns. Sledge, leading receiver, 4 catches for 84 yards, but Zaylen Young had 3 for 38 and a touchdown. He has eclipsed the 1,000-yard receiving mark for the Tigers on the year. But, Coach, total domination here as we wrap up things here in the Jim Taylor Auto Group.
Yeah, you know, we go back to talking before the game. We talked about some keys to victory, and you could go back through that list and check every one of them.
Yeah.
That the Tigers were able to accomplish tonight, and again, just complete domination. Congratulations to our team, our staff, our support groups that have put in time to be here this week and all year. That all you can do in this round is slide right in the bracket. Whoever you play next, you play. Take care of what you can take care of, and we've done that tonight. They should enjoy this one, and by all means that these kids will be back to work up here on Sunday, getting ready for what's going to be a very exciting semifinal round, whomever that is. And that round's hard to get back to to get there, and you're at the door in the semifinal round. And as a coach that's been there a number of times to knock on that door, it's great to get there. It's even better to knock it down. And so the work will be put in, I'm sure, to get ready for next week. But, hey, we'll enjoy this one for tonight. Should be and celebrate it. And, again, happy Thanksgiving week to all our listeners out there. And and especially to this great group of kids that's laying it on the line out there on the field for us tonight. Another great thing I'd say is that I think we got all our kids off the field tonight without injury.
That's right.
Which is great to see, and Barbe as well.
Yeah.
A few went down, but I think
serious.
they all walked
it didn't
off
look like serious, and congratulations to the Barbe Buccaneers on really turning things around, getting to the quarterfinals. Didn't see that coming after a 1-5 start, but they figured some things out, and a great year and a building block potentially for the Barbe Buccaneers and head coach Skeet Owens. Okay, well, Coach, it's been fun, and I hope you'll be back with us next week as well. We get Robert back, but at least continue coming up on the second half.
Yeah.
I enjoyed our
I've
time
enjoyed
together
it as well.
here this
I appreciate it. It's been fun to come up here and observe from this great view up here in this great press box. And it's been fun to watch these kids play so hard and play so well throughout the year. So, if you'll have me back, I'll try to be back next week.
Well, you're always welcome. Well, folks, that's going to do it for us here in the Family Solutions broadcast booth. For Jason Ewing and Coach Mickey McCarty, I'm Stewart Shelby saying good night from Bill Ruple Stadium. Tigers win 42-0.